Hello, hello, hello. I unmuted you this time, Harry.
Another botch. Are you sure?
Yes, I just
Is
checked.
Turner is Turner unmuted?
Yes, he's unmuted.
Right.
Are you unmuted?
Yes, I'm
Is
unmuted.
everything working?
Everything's working.
It didn't even take 3 minutes and Harry's already stressed.
I'm not stressed. I'm just
Oh,
disappointed.
I'm not wearing my
Alright?
hat. What is wrong with me?
Got to get that plugged on you.
Yeah, gotta rep the merch.
Yeah, but you always wear it backwards.
I'll wear it front facing it in this stream. There we go. I'm all sorted now.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's
Welcome
another
back.
week of your big talk here.
Yeah.
And this week we've got how we describe
James,
it? How will you
a
describe
person. A person.
it? Turner's got a bone to pick with you, Rhys, already.
Oh, is that
Me?
right?
Yeah.
What have I got a bone to pick about?
You were unhappy with how he advertised your name.
Oh, yes. When I saw
Sorry.
James Turner, I was like, my surname. And it's not just you. It's Banks. It's everyone. Everyone fucking forgets Parry.
Did you think Parry was his middle name?
Yep.
Oh my god. Fuck's sake.
All these years. All these years.
You probably don't help the problem, Harry, by calling me just Turner.
Yeah, because I can't call you. Some
Thanks,
people call you Parry-Turner, which is.
People call me
Wait,
just PT.
Oh no, that's ridiculous. I can't get on board with that.
TT.
PT.
Oh, TT.
James PT. JPT. Some people call you JPT.
JPT.
Turnip.
Turnip.
If I can call me Turnip, I'll
Welcome
smash
to
you
the
both.
stream. Welcome to the stream.
Turnipples. I like it. I
Welcome to the
like it.
show.
But yes, this is James Parry-Turner, acclaimed
James Parry-Turner.
James Parry-Turner.
Yeah, here we go.
Acclaimed rock star when it comes to
Odin.
loops and ifs and whats and
That's.
I forgot what they're fucking called.
And hows and whys.
While loops. What loops? and if statements and all that.
I don't want to yell at you again. I did that yesterday.
I get yelled at you on average like 3 hours a week.
On a regular basis.
It's
Someone's got to.
It's demoralizing, but it's what I need. I deserve
You do need it, yeah.
Oh. So you know how this goes, Turner.
Yep.
You spent
the previous week constructing questions. Is that what you're trying to say?
Constructing questions that we hope to crack you open as a person. Peel those layers back.
Like an onion.
Right.
Joe's happy to see you.
Hey, Joe.
So, we always start with this question, Turner.
Oh, no.
Because we feel that
I think I know what's coming up, doesn't he? He knows what's coming up.
It explains a lot about a person.
Yes.
And there, when someone walks into a shop, let's say Tesco, there are 3 choices that a person must take.
Oh, not the meal deal.
And these choices define you as a human being. Okay?
I'm not wasting my money on a meal deal.
That answers the question, I think.
Right, hang on. Right,
just
so your answer...
let him ask. Just let him ask, James. Can't move.
The question is, Turner. What is your Tesco meal deal?
I don't have one, do I?
Are you kidding me? We've had 3 people on this, and 2 people don't give a shit about meal deals.
Why would I? Why not just make your own lunch if you're going off to work or something?
Right. We're not doing hypotheticals here. We're going, you're into a Tesco. And
how can I give you an answer if I don't do it?
You think, the one day...
This is getting off to a fantastic start.
I fancy a fucking meal deal. And you're at the meal deal section, you're at the aisle, and you stood there.
Because we're built different.
But it's a sandwich, a packet of crisps, and a drink, right?
Not necessarily.
But if I'm going to go off, if I've forgotten my food, that means I'm going to want something a bit better, so I probably will get a wrap, which isn't part of the meal deal. So then, to answer your question, I don't have the meal deal.
Wraps are part of the meal deal.
Yeah.
Are they?
Oh yeah, see, you haven't had a meal deal in a while.
You can get the pulled pork wrap in the meal deal.
You can get a pasta as well.
Or pasta, yeah, or pasta, or salad.
Well, if you're enforcing that I have to answer, it would be a wrap, probably a packet of hula hoops, and some sort of drink.
He held a knife to his throat.
That's the oh fuck me.
No, thank you.
I am this. Whew, I'm gonna stop asking this. Stop asking this question because it just winds me up. The first question, and I'm fucking seething already. Right, I'm moving on from that because
I think you need to move on from it for the rest of your life.
I've gone up by like 2 degrees now. Pure white rage. Okay.
Is that just because of the t-shirt you're wearing, though?
Oh, we're all wearing oh my god, I can't even speak. Wearing white. That's a tongue twister.
Irish watch.
She sells.
All right. Do you want to ask the next question, Harry? Before you text someone.
Turner. I can see your bed there.
Yes, it's a bed. Well done.
Imagine you've got a Monday to Friday 9 to 5. You've got a bit of a routine going. So in the morning, what's your plan? What's your morning routine?
I think it's pretty standard. I get out of bed. I get in the shower. I brush my teeth. I sit at my desk and work.
Come on. We want the finer details here, James.
Right. What time do you start work? Like 9?
7:30.
Fuck. Okay, right. You start work at 7:30. Are you one of these people that wake up? Are you one of these people that
before I go to sleep, Joe? Sends me to sleep, mate.
Well, helps you just drift off quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but males, separate in the morning would, we got.
And to be honest, it'd be too risky to
we're
do
full
that
of
in the morning.
testosterone in the morning. You gotta
might make your mum up next to you.
Well, I'm on the ground floor, right by the kitchen, right? So you wake up in that situation, and as you try and do the 5-knuckle shuffle,
you got to time it when your mum puts the kettle on.
Yeah,
you got that.
That's risky. No.
Danger wank, innit?
So
yeah, but with my luck, that would just be me getting thrown out of the house.
Oh. 45 seconds.
Have you heard of a danger wank, Turner?
Yes.
Yeah, I got taught that by Julius because he started a draft of the Book of Wanks.
That. Sure, I hope he kept that.
I'd
love to go back and read that.
Because he thought about. This was in the early days.
20 different ones, yeah.
He thought of a lot of different wanks
different ways to do it as well, different methods.
Yeah. Experiment with it though.
Some of them.
I don't doubt he did.
Some of them lacked creativity, like the sand wank was literally sandpaper. Just to mix things up a bit. But
the thing is, he's not the first person to have done that.
I imagine
there's a whole legislation behind that.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing behind that.
But I did. His all-time best is the danger wank.
Oh God!
You can't start until you scream "mum" at the top of your lungs, and you gotta
call your mother basically to your room.
And then before she gets
before she gets here.
Right, this has gone on.
Yeah,
this is way too early for this kind of tangent.
Yeah, we're only
we're on the second fucking question. I haven't got an answer. So hang on.
Give you an answer. I get out of bed, get in the shower, brush my teeth, work.
Is this like in the half an hour before you start work, or are you like me? I gotta wake up.
No, I wake up at 7, jump in the shower, brush my teeth, sit at my desk.
That's insane.
No, that's my morning routine. You asked.
If I start at 7, I have to wake up at about 5:30.
An extension on from that question, when you work at your desk, like, in the morning, get up, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, whatever, and then are you like at your desk, like solid throughout the entire day, or do you just give yourself breaks in between?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not chaining myself to a desk like for 7.5 hours a day. I stand up, walk around, have a chat with the people in my house. I wouldn't be chained to my I wouldn't be chained to my desk.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know you just sort of like just smash out your work like in one day sort of thing. I thought it was just that.
I wish I could. It's just with my position in work, I don't. No, it can be with certain jobs. Like the new job I'm going to, probably can do that.
Okay.
Because I'll be orientated on tasks, but because of the position I'm in at work, where I manage a team, I can't really. Because I need to be there at all times in case of an emergency, which is depressing.
Oh, okay. What, are you basically on call 24/7?
Yeah.
New job. Do you bother getting dressed then?
Yes.
Like properly dressed?
Yes.
I think it'd be good to do that. It's a state of mind then, isn't it? As well.
Yes. That is literally why I do it.
Yeah. Because if you just stay in like your dressing gown or your pajamas or whatever, then you're in that sort of relaxation mode, in you. Like you.
But I have like house clothes and I have outside clothes. Like my house clothes are always joggers and a big baggy top. And that's just why I wear it all the time in the house.
Oh, I just wear that all the time. Yeah. I'm in shorts and a vest, and this is why I've been in all day.
But that's going to.
I'm a dad though, so it's excusable, I think.
The dad card is literally just being played.
Literally,
it's literally just being yanked out of his like Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and it's like you have activated my trap card. That sounds like something else completely.
Yeah, Joe's started his new job this week. He started Monday.
I didn't mind the concept.
Let us know how that went, Joe. I'm interested. Now, Turner, I remember, or at least in my head, I have memories of what you were like in school. But I want to know what you think you were like in school.
Oh, I was a cunt.
You think so?
Oh, come on now, be honest.
No, I was very argumentative, and I didn't have the same sense of humor as I have now. Just because of more realizations as I grew up.
I was just about to say, you're still just as argumentative now.
Oh, there's a bit of a difference.
No, I know. Yeah, you were like...
I was a cunt.
Obnoxiously argumentative. Yeah, like you you and Connor, like two rams, constantly like butting heads.
Yeah, but that's just Connor could fucking argue with his shadow.
Yeah. You're gonna say something else there. I don't know where that was going.
Yeah, I don't remember you being a
Joe.
knob at all, Turner.
No, I don't.
Well, but everyone's self-critical of themselves, aren't they?
I suppose. No, yeah, I always thought you were like one of the... You're definitely quiet in school.
Oh, yeah. But I remember... Harry doesn't believe this story, and I'm standing my ground on this.
We're... All right. We got that question coming up later, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna delete it because you can answer that now.
Because the reason why I was so quiet...
What ones are?
Pure bullshit, right? Bullshit.
Which question, huh?
So one of the questions was, what was your first meeting of Harry? What was your first impressions of Harry? Of me?
Yeah.
You told me to fuck off.
I have no memory of this.
I asked it, and I think I put this question in.
Yeah, but to give some context, I remember it was the first week of school that I think it was year 9 that I joined, and I was buddied up with, I think it was, Leon. Leon would remember this because it was when we were all used to congregate in the backside of the hall, and as we were heading back to history in year 9, I tried to talk to you, and you literally looked around at me with your fucking hair over like this, and you went, "Fuck you," and walked off. Absolutely no reason.
And you called yourself a cunt in school.
Leon, I need you to confirm this because I have no memory of this. I doubt the first words I would say to someone who joined the school would be "fuck off."
Your answer was you thought I was too friendly.
Oh. How can you have... What kind of... What?
Yeah.
You remember, it was just random.
But this is what I mean. I don't know if that was you just trying to have a laugh.
Probably it was his attempt, yeah. He wasn't very good at doing that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have the balls to say that to someone I've never met before.
Because I kept trying to make conversation with you.
It does.
I like how you're so in denial of this.
Maybe I was having... Oh, I don't know.
Harry's never really good at making first impressions with new people that he could potentially see friends with. He was never really good at sort of communicating his humor across from the get-go. Like, hence the flipping James off the moment the first time you see him, you just flip him off. I'm like, oh, okay.
From the first time, it was when we were coming back from like break. So we were all at the back of the hall. I think there was Callum Randall, Dave Spiller. There was you. You used to sit on the table, if I recall,
like
quite a bit.
Me.
Yeah.
That's who's eye level with everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's because if I was sat down on the stool on the seats, I couldn't see.
So I remember I was trying to talk to everyone to get to know people because obviously new school, and I kept trying to talk to you, and you just never responded.
I can't even defend myself because I have no memory of this whatsoever.
Well, clearly, it wasn't that important to you.
You were just a passerby in the life of me.
When I came over your house, the other month when I came over your house and we were talking about when you first started in comp, and I thought you started the same time as everyone else in year 7. But you didn't come in until year 9. You said, wasn't it?
Year 9. Yeah. I don't know why everyone's got this memory.
I don't know because it's weird. It is like a Mandela effect. I have memories of seeing you in year 7 and 8.
I don't I just have a feeling that you were just
there.
Always
and
there.
I just never saw you.
No, because
the first time I met Williams, straight up asking, "Oh, do you like Transformers?" Like,
I like
Transformers.
I can imagine you two. I can imagine Joe just like in the middle of like a classroom, and he just stands up, yelling it.
Not really.
Not really. Well, at least he was polite about it.
Just shrugs and walks off.
I'm a bit stressed out now that I've been rude to people. I just don't remember it.
I don't worry about it.
I think
everyone does it.
Yeah, I've been rude to people. I don't mean to be.
It's like, does anyone else, when you go through like, you've gone through your chat history, like for some reason, I've done it a few times, and you go like 7, 8 years back, and you're looking at it, and you're just like,
why did I speak
that
like
was obnoxious. That was rude. They were trying to be nice, and I was a twat.
I've definitely been there with like, the exact same thing. Someone's saying something like very normal, and I'm just completely like.
I think that was just our group.
Oh
no, I
think it was just our group.
I think Joe's right. I think
it was
13, 14, 15, 16, you're just a knob, and you don't even realize it.
Extreme banter.
Yeah. So
banter with no filter, basically.
You got that to deal with, Rhys. With Isla, she's going to be an apps. You're going to get the. I hate you. You're not my real dad. Go die.
Ready get that now. Okay.
From your entire family.
Gonna beat the shit out of him.
She already does beat me up. She charges at me like a rugby player. Boom! Take that, Dad.
You have a favourite quote, Turner?
Oh.
I also learnt in university because one of my lecturers had a.
Shut up, Joe.
Is that Towsers? Is that quote is not the right word because quote is a verb, so it'd be. Do you have a favourite quotation?
Oh, all right, Harry. Oh, you're correcting everyone today. You know, you're being an arsehole. You're being an arsehole. You're being very pedantic.
I corrected myself. Are you Googling quotes, Turner?
No.
Don't Google.
I think the one quote that I was like is and it's because it's a misquote because it's not remembered correctly. You know when people say like, I think it's the quote, "Blood is thicker than water," isn't it?
Yes.
Right. That's not the full quote, and the full quote is literally the inverse of it. So the whole point of the quote is that family is the be-all, end-all. You should stand by your family, right?
Yeah.
But the full quote actually says the opposite of it.
What is the full quote?
Is
that what you're trying to Google?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get. The full quote for it.
Imagine if the full
The
quote
blood
was
of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That's the full quote.
Oh.
Blood of the
That sounds like a covenant. That sounds like a cult.
Oh, the covenant.
It's from the Bible.
Oh, shit. Right. Well, I'm going to go get some water. 2 seconds. Be right back.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, so what it's basically saying is the group that you adopt... Of course it is. Yeah, it basically says that the group that you adopt yourself into is stronger as a bond than your relation to your mother. So it's basically saying that friends come over family. But we've reinterpreted the quote. Like, there's 3 quotes we've done it to that actually mean exactly the inverse if you use their full quote. And I just... While it's funny, it's also really cool to see like the translation of how a language starts and how it can change over time.
You think that's a translation thing, or is that
not a translation thing,
like
but
Chinese
it's just
whispers.
changed over time for the needs, and just it's the old thing, Chinese whispers, isn't it? It just changes.
Yeah. So of all this time, I've been saying it completely wrong. I've been misquoting it.
Well, everyone has.
Yeah.
Like, well, blood's thicker than water. So what you're essentially saying is your friends...
You're basically saying the group that you adapt into. So if it's like there's an argument between like your group of friends or your family, everyone's like, oh, you should stand by your family. Blood is thicker.
But really, that quote means stand by your friends.
The opposite, yeah.
Oh, now I'm just confused.
And I just, yeah.
Interesting.
I would say I love quotes that have changed like that.
Okay.
I've got no inspirational quotes. I'm not that interested. I like all the quotes that change and fuck with people.
Everyone's interesting, James. Even the most, and this is a paradox, even the most boring person on earth is interesting.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because that makes them interesting in itself.
But what if you're like the 3rd or 4th most boring?
Then you're more interested in the first.
I was gonna say you literally you flip it then, doesn't it? And
paradox.
It just
you can keep going and going. But there is no such thing as a boring person. Just boring to you, maybe.
I think you've confused him. I don't know why
I've broken him. I love paradoxes. I absolutely love paradoxes.
But there are boring people.
Yeah, boring to you is subjective.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
You're an accomplished man, Turner. You've done many very cool.
Moving on.
Very. Thinking of another word for cool. Then you've done a lot of things which are very cool. So.
I have a dream. Cast. Just noticed. Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm curious where this question's going.
What is your proudest moment?
Who asked this question? Was that you or me?
Rhys, the first 20 are from me.
All right.
I would say probably, and it sounds vain, is when I achieved my degree, because I had a first class honours, and in my entire academic from school through A levels, I never ever achieved the top grade. So that was the first time ever I achieved the top mark, like boundary in something.
I remember in school you worked your fucking ass off, and I remember you get B's and then you'd resit it and get like
A's.
a higher B.
Yeah.
Just every fucking time, and it was like it was not fun to watch, considering like you worked harder than like a lot of the people that I saw.
Special.
Yeah, so I'm I'm forgetting words today. You've done it at the right. You've culminated at the right. that a reference to something?
I think so, but I've got a story to tell about Leon as well later, so don't you worry.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna make a note of that. Tell story about Leon.
Yeah.
No, I don't know why he's not happy.
Yes.
But Leon, it involves the vending machine.
James is in the hot seat now.
No. I want to know this story now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think Leon likes it.
Now I have to know.
It was pretty much almost that, Joe.
What?
What? No, dick in the cupboard. Oh.
No, the vending machine.
No, oh no.
Nah, basically, Leon isn't a big drinker, is he?
No.
No, but this one night out, we went out. He had this. I don't know what happened to him. He had this major addiction to Jaeger bombs. And I remember
Harry
he
loves
came
Jaeger
back.
bombs.
Is this a Swansea night out?
Yes, it was. Second year, St. David's. And he came back with a tray full of Jaeger bombs for the two of us. And he was like, we can do this. No, we can't, Leon. Yes, we can. I don't normally sleepwalk. Anyway, you know where I lived in St. David's? It was on the ground floor. You would go straight in. There was the receptionist. You continue walking past. There was 2 vending machines. So then you had to go through another locked door into a square, like, big room. You would then go through that door again, through another locked door to get to my bedroom. So there's 3 locked doors. He then went to sleep in the bathroom. Not even an hour later, I'm woken up to a security guard nose to nose with me, above me. No, it wasn't the absinthe.
In your bed?
Standing by my bed, asking me, do I know this person? Hugging my door frame. Leon had somehow got through 3 locked doors and cutched into sleep with the vending machine.
How did he know he was your person?
Because the security guard saw him walk in with me.
Oh my god. Hey Louisa, welcome back. Yeah, you're not that late, you're fine. You're right.
Hang on, you walked in the building. Where did you leave him? In the bathroom?
In the bathroom.
Like
you told him as well, Lee. Okay. Yeah. So we were locked. This is the thing. Leon got through so many locked doors to get to the vending machine. It's impressive.
What did you do with him then?
Went back in the bathroom and went back to sleep.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't put him anywhere else.
Oh, he was in your bathroom?
Yeah.
And he escaped?
Yeah.
Swansea's one of those places that just brings out the worst in people, I find.
It does.
Well, like,
Rhys, have you ever been out in a night out in Swansea?
No, not Swansea, no.
Oh,
I'm good.
It does. I think.
Doesn't
I've been out with.
It doesn't appeal to me anymore, to be honest with you. It just doesn't appeal to me. Ghetto Cardiff.
Ghetto Cardiff. Do you want to hear my Swansea story?
Oh, I know that. This is a good one.
Twice.
The second one wasn't as bad.
We had to have to carry you back to a cab. I wouldn't say that was fine.
I don't remember that. Anyway, the first one was when I went during first year, and I went to David's flat, David Moore's. And pretty sure Leon was there. Because we were in the kitchen.
Was this first year?
Yeah.
Yeah, Leon was there.
It was like late first year, like second term, maybe third.
We were coming to the end.
Yeah.
Because I remember that's when my ex had gone home at that time.
I remember it was quite far along. But anyway, it was the first time I'd seen like Dave, you, Leon, since like we left for uni and all that. So it was a big piss up. Now I have fleeting memories of this night. But I remember we went to a place, and I think it's Jack Murphy's, and they had some disgusting deal on where it was like a bottle of Beck's and a shot for £1.50.
Yes.
Oh.
Which for like under a $5 you got.
You can't say no as a student. You just can't.
I know. Yeah.
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 Oh, I remember because Leon got molested as well.
What?
Finish your side of the story, Harry.
Okay, all right. And now, from Jack Murphy's, there's a huge gap. I don't know what happened tonight. I think we went out a lot more of drinking. And it basically got to a point where I was so fucked that I was literally like, okay, you know when you've kind of hit your limit, you're like, I am done or I'm going to die. And I was sleeping in Dave's place that night. And Dave was drunk, but I was paralytic, like ill. And I was like, Dave, I need to go home, man. I don't feel very well. And we went outside and I was just fucking throwing up everywhere. And he was like, you know what will sort you out? McDonald's. And if you've ever been to the Swansea McDonald's on a night out, the queue, there's about 70 people in it.
It's a fucking war zone.
Queuing. So Dave was like, I'll get you a McDonald's. I looked at the queue, I was like, Dave, I can't do it. I can't wait that long. He's like, well, I want a McDonald's. And I think some girl that he was with or someone else wanted McDonald's as well. So they're like, we're going to get McDonald's. So I remember like laying outside like on this bench for about 25 minutes. I just every now and then be like,
oh man,
surrounded by people. And David finally comes out. He's bought me a burger and I can't eat it, so he eats it. And we're walking.
There's no point in wasting it, is there?
No, I would have done the same thing.
And now, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but I think I remember it correctly.
Okay.
But we were walking home, and I was walking, and I noticed that David is not with me. I'm like, what the fuck? And I turned back, and he's like 20 paces behind me.
Is this where he was on the step?
And he sat down on the step. Like, we had walked past a girl, and I can't remember if she was a drunk student or a homeless woman.
He was a drunk student.
Was it?
That's the official story we're rolling with.
All right. And I remember she was crying her eyes out as we were walking past for whatever reason.
I hope it's not a homeless person.
And by the time us walking past and me clocking internally that she's crying, by the time I've noticed that Dave's gone, he's making out with her.
Oh.
A crying girl on a step outside like a club or something. And I got to go back to her and I'm like, guys, please, I'm going to die. I've thrown up like 40 times at this point. I'm just like fucking throwing up air.
Mummy or ambulance.
I finally managed to pry him off.
Oh.
And we get to his place.
Pry him off.
Yeah, and we get to the door and he's like, oh no. He's like, I don't have the key. I don't have the key. I'm like, oh.
Isn't that the night you slept with a door on you?
We'll get there, Turner.
It is.
So I end up sleeping in the hallway because he texts his mate who's also living in his flat to come home and bring a key. And he's like, yeah, I'm on my way home. I'll be about 45 minutes. So I was like, and this was like 3:30 in the morning at this point. I was dead. So I slept for about half an hour, 45 minutes in the hall on the floor until his mate turned up. And then as soon as we got in David's room, I was like, I desperately need to go to the toilet because there are things coming out of every place.
Wonderful.
I remember, and his bathroom, student bathrooms are really small. So, like, I was sat here on the toilet.
I know where this is going.
The door is literally about half a meter in front of me.
I know this part of the story.
And I'm sat on the toilet, like, trying to just, like, stop the room from spinning. I just got my head in my hands. And the next thing I know, I've fallen asleep on the toilet with my trousers around my ankles. And what happened? So I woke up naked from the waist down.
As you do.
I was wrapped in a Doctor Who towel.
Aww.
And so I had my everything out. and I had a fucking door on top of me. Turns out, I went straight to Dave's room, and Dave stayed up with his mate in the kitchen. I went to the toilet, fell asleep, leaned forward, hit the door. Somehow it fell off its hinges and onto me. An entire fucking fire door.
It wasn't a fire door for those bathroom doors.
No, it wasn't. It was...
Were they just like the normal thin ones then?
Yeah, just lightweight.
The normal thin ones.
Yeah.
I managed to take it off its hinges with my face. And then David comes into his room, poor lad, after he's talked to his mate for half an hour, and I'm bollock naked on his kitchen floor, on his bathroom floor, with his door ripped off its hinges. And obviously I must have been lying in a pretty compromised position, because he thought, oh, bless him, I'll put a Dr. Who towel on him. And that's how I woke up, and I was like, Dave, what the fuck happened? And I threw up again this morning, and it was the longest train journey of my life. So, yes, that is my Swansea story, and I think you would tell me Leon got molested.
I'll wrap this part of it up quite quickly, but we went into Jack Murphy's, and we were just dancing on the dance floor as a group, and this very large ginger man with a curly ginger beard walked up face to face with Leon, eyed him up. We didn't know what was going to happen, and he grabbed him.
When you say grabbed him, what do you mean?
Hands went up.
Into the.
He went, oh, did he go behind you as well, Leon? I don't remember that part.
Also, you gave him a second go.
Well, I was laughing because I didn't know what was going on. Leon just looked paranoid. Yeah.
Paranoid?
Well, because...
Paralyzed, I think is the word.
I didn't know what was going on. So all I knew is... Yeah. Oh, everyone left. Leon grabbed me and we legged it out. But I remember Leon confirming as we left, he went over then and molested some women on the way through.
Oh my god.
He was a bit of a creep.
A bit?
Was you alone, Leon?
I was alone.
Everyone left. You might.
I remember this because you dragged me out of Jack's.
He got diddled.
But we'll leave that one there.
A predator only attacks when the prey are alone. Oh yes, I imagine he was alone.
Okay, fair enough.
I think Dave took a photo of me that night, so I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
Leon, I'm very sorry that happened to you.
Can't find it.
Everyone went to get drinks. Yeah, that's literally what happened.
Guilt setting in yet, guys?
No.
Oh. That's awful.
That's fine. He's okay. I think. Alright, Harry, what's the next question then?
I'll ask. Whilst he's finding the picture.
Can't find it.
So that last question, what was your proudest moment, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so opposite to that, what was your least proud moment?
I'm hoping it's another Swansea night.
Was it the same night?
I think this is when I started eating a condom pissed off my skull.
What? Say that again? Repeat
so
that.
First, yeah. No, Superman, it's not up there, Leo. It's when my mate had to strip me to get me to bed while I started nomming on a condom. So first
was it flavoured?
Context.
Was it flavoured at least?
I don't know. It was just a condom.
Yeah, well...
I have no taste buds when I'm drunk.
Right.
So it was the first night out back in third year of Swansea.
I hope it wasn't used.
Hmm?
Hope it wasn't used.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
So third year.
Wait, you don't know where it come from?
Well,
no, it was mine. Because it was out of my wallet. Yeah.
Oh god.
You wanted these are one of these funny stories, but this isn't the pinnacle of it. So got absolutely shit faced to the point I was constantly blacking out. So I remember being in fiction, and then let's say you re-emerge from the darkness with me in my boxer shorts on the floor of my bedroom with a condom in my mouth.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I lost track of 3 hours.
I was going to say, is there any connection between these two events?
I lost 3 hours. That's you too. That was the night I rung up you, Leon, crying.
Wow.
I swear Swansea's like a portal to hell.
Well, yeah, like that story you just described, Harry, about you doing the Jaeger bombs. Every time, like, you literally broke it down to one sentence. You said to me, "I'm not doing Jaeger bombs ever again." Like, why? He said, "Because whenever I do them, I wake up naked in Swansea."
3 times, I think.
3 times, yeah.
At least twice. I've had a Jaeger bomb.
And it's not turned out great for you.
And I've ended up in Swansea. Even if I'm not in Swansea.
Naked.
The last time I had a Jaeger bomb, and since then I swore off them, I ended up passed out in a Marks and Spencer's.
It's just as bad as me.
And I don't remember how I got there.
I don't think you're going to remember that, are you? Because you wouldn't have done if you were that conscious.
I went to a house party in Swansea.
Of course.
I also remember going to bed. But then I woke up in the toilet in Marks and Spencer's.
You probably went to get food.
A cheeky meal deal, no doubt.
And this was at like 9 in the morning. And I was like, where the fuck am I?
You're up noob jobs.
Well done. Yeah, I think you told me about
that. But
I don't mind whiskey.
But yeah, it ended up on that. They got me into bed, which apparently took them an hour. But the thing is, apparently then I ran away. And I ended up at the beach.
Happy ending.
It's a trek.
Yeah.
Oh God, sorry.
Oh, bet.
Oh, I know the night he's talking about.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when my mum just had a phone call off Sharon. Why's Matt got a black eye?
He walked into a door frame.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you came back with fucking shoes and a Lucasade ball.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah, because I think you almost killed James Leach with a razor.
What?
Yes.
Because someone went to trim his eyebrow.
Yes.
Joe's eyebrow. And he woke up mid-eyebrow. And it was James, so he spun him over. Yeah. And he was like, how the fuck do you like it? Tell me!
Joe, that was... We saw some dark sides to Joe that night.
That was also the same night. Wasn't that?
I can tell you, Joe, none of us regret that night.
That was the same night he accidentally put Tabasco in his eyes.
It's also
candles in my ears.
It was also the same night we snuck Viagra in James's sausage rolls and beer.
Yeah, but nothing happened out of that.
Nah,
it didn't. Nah, I know. I think yeah, like it was a placebo effect mostly, didn't it?
Yeah, but after you almost killed James, you left the door with no shoes, nothing. You came back a half hour later, chipper as fuck, with a pair of shoes and like a litre Lucasade bottle, which was half full.
I remember that as well. I walked in, I was like, oh, where'd you get that from? I just got it from a shop. I'm like, okay.
From a shop.
Joe's probably got his hands in his head in his hands right now.
That was a bad night.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Joe got because me and Tash left it. We left about midnight. My dad came to
apologize much.
My dad came to pick us up. So, but I just remember you guys telling him what Joe got like after we left. You just got worse apparently, like after midnight.
Do you remember Stefan got handcuffed outside?
Yeah.
He started making out with Becky.
Yep. And for some, I don't know where, but someone managed to get handcuffs from somewhere.
No, they were from my sisters. They were the fluffy ones, weren't they?
Yes.
They were the fluffy thick ones. I forgot about that.
Emily. What's she doing with those, Turner?
Oh, she had this big thing for the Playboy bunny, the icon.
Yeah.
She just loved everything. So she got one of the the notebooks and shit that you get, and it came with fluffy handcuffs.
Mad.
Yeah, and I remember we found them, or someone found them,
because they were on the. I don't know.
Hmm.
That's a weird hand gesture considering the topic. They were on. They were on. I forgot what they're called now. A railing.
Yeah.
Where you put curtains and shit.
Yeah.
Curtain rails.
Yeah, Stefan got handcuffed outside.
That's funny.
I loved those house parties.
It was
They were
pretty cold as
fantastic.
well. It was like it was a cold month. It wasn't summer. You had this party.
It was almost
Yeah,
like,
it was my 16th.
yeah, so like January. It was
Yeah.
cold.
It was. I remember being freezing my fucking tits off in your garden. I was like, I'm going back inside.
Yeah, I remember.
I think that was the second one, and she got so angry.
That was me and Connor. we were like, everyone's sleeping on the floor. There's a spare bed upstairs. We know it's Emily's, but she's not in it. Let's just go to sleep in it.
Yeah.
And then Connor got kicked out of that one, and he kicked me out of mine. Like, he physically rolled me out of my cabin bed. I woke up just mid-flight, crashing down, I think, on someone who was sleeping on my floor.
That does sound like a Connor thing to do.
Connor seems like if a cat was a human.
Yes, because fuck you, that's why.
Yes. He just doesn't give a shit.
Oh, but yeah. So my biggest regret is that one.
Okay.
I've got too many to list.
That's funny.
Ooh, we are making slow progress through these fucking questions.
Yeah.
So try and focus a bit on the topics.
Completely different topic now, though.
All right. So, you've just got a new job, Turner, as a consultant. What's like the full?
I'm a consultant software engineer.
Oh, when did you get that?
Monday.
Oh, well done.
It was literally in the past week. I went for the interview last Wednesday. Went to a technical test on the Friday and got the offer the same day.
Nice.
And then I had the contract through on Monday. And that's that. It was a pretty fast process because there's a massive shortage for software devs at the moment.
I was going to say, working as a dev, it seems like there's very quick and very smooth kind of. People seem to jump about from jobs a lot more.
Well, because there's a fear of becoming very redundant with certain technical stacks, and you've got to keep on top of it. So, like 5 years ago, when I first started, a lot of servers were hosted on-prem. And in the space of 5 years, it's all cloud computing where you have more serverless architecture. And rather than having specific DevOps engineers to handle solely infrastructure, you've got infrastructure as code, such as Terraform and CloudFormation, which has now evolved. Which is why I kind of went with the consultancy one, because you've always got to upskill.
Yeah.
And they pay for you to do it.
Very cool. So my question is...
Sorry.
How has coding changed your life?
It showed me I'm a masochist.
A what?
A masochist.
Like, to yourself?
I love problems.
Is masochist the one for yourself or to other people?
No, sadist is to yourself.
Oh,
okay, I'm a sadist. Yeah. Either or. I realize I just like solving technical problems, but because of how analytical you've got to be, it's made me a very analytical person in a lot of aspects in my life, which is great in some regards. But other times it can be really bad. Especially when there's someone just talking to you about a problem and they just want someone to listen. And I'm like, oh, I'm always hard when I write code, Joe.
Nice.
When someone just wants someone to listen, I'm not the best at that. Because I'm always kind of switched on with coding.
Okay.
What's wrong, Harry?
Think of a. I thought of the question as you were talking, and I was fucking gone.
Oh yeah.
What's that meant to me, Leon? What's that meant to me?
Oh, you know exactly what that means, James.
I genuinely love programming and software development. It's amazing. Like,
literally, see, Leon rests his case. You literally.
Ooh.
What? As in
a question.
What did? Okay, yeah. So yeah, what do you recommend? This 2020.
Depends on the industry you want to go into. So it's already lifted me. That's how small. Oh, the fucking off by one jokes.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. So it depends on the industry.
Programming joke that I've understood.
Oh, right, okay.
So if you're going into more web dev and just overarching system processes, you're going to need to learn C# because of the .NET framework. As much as you hate it, Joe, JavaScript has become the prevalent because of how well it works with WebAssembly. And because of Microsoft, WebAssembly is now being embedded in desktop applications and the such.
Oh dear.
And Python would be the next third one because it's great for data binding. Yeah, I knew he was going to do that. But if you're doing stuff like embedded systems development, where you're working on like traffic light systems, for instance, you're going to want something a lot more low level, such as Lisp, C++, or even pure C. So it depends on the industry that you want to go into. I know that was probably a little more than what you're expecting. I'm sorry.
I love all these things you're saying. I know I'm aware of some of these terminologies because of you guys. I imagine the rest of everyone in this chat haven't got a fucking clue.
All right. As you say, I get hard when I talk about it.
Yeah. I'm sure your camera just lifted up a bit then.
Yeah. I'm a very lucky person because I get to do what I love for a living.
Well, that's good. That is good. That's the dream, isn't it?
I'm very glad that I decided to do this. Like fucking 2 years ago, I thought I was going to Australia. But yeah, I understand it a bit. Like it's only been like this past few months I've actually really enjoyed it. Because a lot of the uni was like, this is so fucking hard, kill me.
Well, you have been literally chucked in the deep end with doing the work. For example, like, I think Leon can verify because you've kind of followed more what South Wales did with the structure. They had 6 months just to do a HTML and CSS web app. Can you confirm that, Leon? That is what you did, wasn't it? Your very first coursework was a web app?
You had 6 months to do it.
It was long. It was the full term of the module.
Oh.
Yeah.
Insane.
And this is what I've been trying to tell you when you've been going through it.
Is that good or bad? Like 6 months to do a web app?
It's fine because I don't think what they've done in Harry's course is good at all. They've crammed way too much in.
Ah, right.
It's dangerous. They've done Python, they've done JavaScript, they've done Java, and they've tried to make the candidates in the course very verbose with their skill set, but that's not great because what any software dev, I would always say, learn one language, you'll think in that language. When you learn your second language, that's when you learn to code. But I don't. It takes like it's not a quick process. It's not. So being able to survive as long as you have it is really impressive.
Would you compare it to in like, I don't know, Spanish, Italian, and German all in one go?
Yeah.
Wow. And
you know how each language has their own...
Mandarin in there with it as well.
Yeah, it is literally that, and each have their own like little quirks that literally contradict another language's quirk.
Oh, right.
And if you're not adjusted to that mindset, it can fuck you up.
Ouch.
Yeah. So you've done like really well, Harry, to get through what you have done.
Well, it's only been like the past 9 months or so. I've been doing stuff to pass. But now that I've had like 3 or 4 months to actually build something, literally whatever I wanted, it's been so much fun.
Yeah, but that's the same lesson you can take to everything. It's like, I think you and Leon have said this. It's like when I'm doing my driving lessons, you're learning to pass your test at the moment.
Yeah.
But as soon as I pass my test, I'm then learning to drive for real.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. As they always say, no, you don't learn until you pass your test.
It's the same principle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stack Overflow, Joe. You've never seen in a workplace where Stack Overflow goes down. It's fucking amazing. Basically, to give some context, Stack Overflow is like this Q&A where it's like a forum where devs ask questions and answer questions, right? So normally when you Google, that's where you go, it's Stack Overflow. But when Stack Overflow goes down, the productivity in any development department drops in half.
Oh.
It's funny. It's so funny.
For even more context, Rhys, programmers are also nicknamed professional Googlers.
Yep.
Because it's impossible to remember everything. Like you said, it's like learning 3 or 4 languages at once, and to remember everything is impossible.
Yeah.
So you're constantly Googling, how the fuck do I do this? How do I do this? Like
right.
every
professional Googlers.
Yeah, every 10 minutes or so, you're like, I don't know how to do this, or I can't remember how to do something. So you're just fucking Googling, how do I fucking whatever.
Yeah, Joe.
And Stack Overflow is like the main.
You're better than most devs if you have API documents open, mate. Trust me. A lot of them don't even do that.
API?
Application Programming Interface. Right. So imagine like a database, right?
Okay.
Just data set of information. An API will sit around it for you to access that information. You'll never have access directly to the database.
You know, I put a post up for this show the other day saying I'm going to pick this dude's brain, and my God, are we picking it?
I think you should have a little dip your toe in, Rhys. It's really.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, but I think people find out.
I might eventually at some point.
If you want the two
extremes, I'm working on my own stuff at the moment, you know.
I was gonna say Leon hates it. Leon absolutely detests it.
So how long have you been? How long has Leon been doing it?
He's not a software dev. He did automation development at one point, and now 0, and now he's gone into. Is it service line support? Yes.
SOC.
He's basically. Which is a completely different domain.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I've not looked into cybersecurity at all. Is it like completely different?
It's a beast in itself. As a software dev, we
different
use
bag
tools.
Of worms.
Yeah. We just use the tools that are provided for us, which when we do the API side of your coursework, you'll see something called bcrypt, which a cybersecurity expert's made for us to use because it's a field in itself.
And from what I understood, all that sort of stuff is just abusing these tools. Like I learned something today called PHP injection or something like that, whatever it was.
And I was like, SQL injection.
SQL injection, yeah.
Yes.
And I was like,
so if you remember that example of an API that I just gave, which talks to a database, if someone knows how to construct an SQL query to talk to a database, and they pass that up to the API, and you're not sanitizing that, which we had some junior in my last job not sanitizing input, and someone realized this and deleted our entire customer databases. We were subject to that.
That doesn't sound good.
Did they?
No, and we didn't have apparently backups. The DevOps didn't take any.
I was going to say, surely like a company would have a backup.
I think Leon can attest to this one, and Joe probably can as well. There's a lot of things companies should do.
Fuck me.
Yeah. So what was the question?
How has code changed your life?
Yeah, how has code changed?
I don't think you answered it at all, Turner.
No.
I think in some sense he has.
It's become my life.
Yeah.
There we go. That's your answer. It's become his life.
This is another question that Turner could fucking talk for 20 minutes on. What makes you really angry?
Like, what gets your blood boiling, you know? Oh, God. It's brewing.
I bet it is.
Ah, getting red
The
already.
thing. No, I'm warm. I'm sweating.
Fucking warm, yeah.
Cool down a bit now.
I think the thing. No, I can deal with you writing code. You haven't seen Harry write code.
How dare you?
I think the one thing that annoys me is when someone tries, and this is just my general thing, is I'm not very good at anything when I start, so I've got a very persistent personality.
Mm-hmm.
But when I can see someone who's got a skill and a talent to do something, but they fail at like the very beginning of something and they just give up.
Interesting.
I get that.
When someone's got such a skill and they could be doing so much with it, and it's because of a lack of self-confidence, and you try and help them and they just don't pursue it.
Yeah.
Like everyone fails, right? But there's a difference between failure and defeat.
Yeah. Right. I see.
Like
I don't.
Harry's face there.
When I hear the word fail, I just hear the word like a learning curve. You know. It is a learning curve. A failure is never really a failure. It just means you're learning.
Yeah, I remember someone said to me, failure is the parent to success.
That's a quote. There we go.
And that is something that has stuck with me.
A quotation.
I can't wait till he has a bug in his code now.
Me?
Yes. I might just write one in for you.
Can it be a CSS one? Because I can find that.
Don't
Don't make it some horrendous back end one. Mate, oh, dude. Were you there? No, you weren't there. You know that button I built?
Yeah.
Spent me an hour trying to figure out what I did wrong. Instead of start button, I wrote tart button. And I was just sat there being like, why is this not working?
Literally the text document!
Tart button.
Oh.
Well, that was what happened, wasn't it?
Really? That's 99% of bugs.
Yeah, did you hear this about alien colonialism, Rhys?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was they mistyped one of the variables in the code, and that's why the AI in the game was so fucked.
Just one word.
One word.
Wow.
And the thing is, the reason why
letter, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the reason why it was fine is because higher up in the scope of the code, when they released the source, there was something predefined already, and it was an RNG generator. So the AI was functioning on an RNG generator.
Dear.
I wonder why it's so buggy. That's insane, though. That is actually really crazy if you really think about it. Like, you do all this coding to make this game. You get one letter wrong, and you've fucked the entire game.
It works in two ways, though, because you know the Civilization series, right?
Yes.
In the main series, you've got Gandhi.
Yes.
Who in real life is a peace-loving person.
Yes.
But they had off by one error. So what happens is, rather being at the very end of the peaceful thing, it overflows and takes him back to the destructive layer, and that's why he's just nuking everyone.
Yeah, Gandhi is super aggressive.
Which Civ was that?
It was in like Civ 2 or 3, but they kept it in the game afterwards.
Because everyone thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. You got Gandhi in your game and he's nuking you. Clearly. There's a kink there, probably.
Oh my god. Turner, I would say we're just under halfway of the first page out of 2.5.
Alright. Go on to the next question then.
Okay.
If you could change a moment in history, what would it be?
Stabbing of Julius Caesar. I was curious how that would change Roman history.
As in, you prevent it entirely.
Yeah.
Interesting. Was he the most successful emperor in the Roman?
He wasn't an emperor. He was one of the members of the Senate, and he was the most successful conquerors.
Yeah.
And he had a lot of impact on Roman democracy, and that's why he was offed. So I'm curious, if he wasn't off, what would have happened? Would we have still had the Roman emperor? Would it have still devolved? Well, and that's another thing. The Holy Roman Empire isn't the Roman Empire, is it? Never mind.
I don't think so. I know. I somewhat, vaguely remember something to do with that.
Clue.
I do know an interesting fact though is that during the Roman times.
Yes, Joe.
During the Roman times, their plumbing, as sophisticated as it was, they used lead as their pipes. So they were actually poisoning their people for decades, and they didn't even know. And some say that they believe that that was the ultimate downfall of the Roman Empire. Something as simple as lead poisoning.
It was probably just an accumulation of multiple things.
Probably, yeah, but
if you're killing off people and your military is slowly dwindling,
and they're sick
and you
all the
grew
time,
to such a large mass of conquered territory, you can't hold it.
Yeah.
Cause and effect, but
I thought that was a really interesting thing. I learned about the Roman Empire. It's just like it's those little things because in history we always say, oh, these grand battles and shit like that and conquering, and then no, I like the little things. I like to know about, well, the plumbing for one. One of them, and I discovered that they use lead. So good. Oh yes, no worries.
So basically, Turner, as you know, we put to the public what questions to ask you. And we saved that for a little section, but Joe put one in, which I didn't know what the fuck it meant.
Why am I scared?
I thought Rhys typed it wrong, but no, this is word for word.
It's word for word.
The question is from Joe Reynolds: who is best girl and why?
Me, you fucking rem bitch.
You might have to explain that to me.
Yeah, we are a wee bit curious.
Right, so we're weebs. We like anime. There is a main series called ReZero, and in the fandom, there's two heroine characters that are highly popular. And if I recall, when Joe came down before, he noticed I've got the novelizations, and I remember he mentioning he liked the character Rem, which is the shit one who's been killed off.
Okay.
But it's just a big thing in the fandom. That was him just throwing shade.
Is it a quote?
No, it's just it's. He's trying to defend it. It's just this common trend in anime shows where favorite characters end up just becoming so popular, like the fandom becomes toxic.
Ah, right, okay.
So it's like going into, let's say, Halo, right?
Oh, thank you.
And
okay.
Here we fucking go.
Just because you're an uncultured individual, Harry.
Yes, Harry. Who have you been for the last 20 years?
Yeah, it'd be going like, who's better, Spartan Locke or Chief, for instance.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. That reaction is what happens.
Okay, yeah. I understand.
And there we go. And it's Harry, for you, it would be basically saying how you feel about The Last of Us 2, right?
I will defend that that's a fucking perfect game until I die.
And there we go. That's the context of what he was asking, but just purely on characters. I like how I knew exactly what show he was on about as well.
Sometimes if I want to, like, have you ever get those moments where you're like, I want to be pissed off at the moment? I would watch videos on YouTube of people hating on The Last of Us 2, and it fucking makes my blood boil.
You tell them how much of a terrific game it is.
I'm not getting into this. I promise I wouldn't get into this.
I promise I wouldn't get into this.
It's the perfect game, and everyone who disagrees is wrong. It's not your opinion. You're wrong.
And now you know how I feel every time you say Halo is shit.
But it is shit.
Fuck off!
Last of Us is shit.
2. Last of Us 2.
Both of them are shit. Fuck it.
Woke snowflake game. Alright. So back to the questions before.
Next question, Turner. This can go I sound like your mother here, but this next question can go as deep as you like.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Anyway, the next question is, what was your childhood like?
Fucking shit.
Yeah?
My dad was a cunt.
Sorry, James. Joe's shooting off now anyway, I think. So, good night, Joe. Thanks for stopping by.
Mate.
Speak to you tomorrow, homie.
It was just shit. My dad was an arsehole. He fucked off. That left my mum to be the primary income at the time.
At what age were you?
I was 6, 7 when he left. I think.
Fucking okay.
I to be honest, it was a blessing in disguise for me because I hated him. It shows
how
bad.
Age.
Yeah, so I get told this story from my family. Is when he was leaving, I just sat on the chair and didn't go over to him. This was me at 6 and 7. That was just the natural instincts of a child.
Yeah. At that age, kids don't have filters.
No.
Oh yeah.
So, and once he fucked off, it was a lot better. Got bullied quite a bit in school, but that's because I didn't understand sarcasm a lot of the time. And Newport is a rough area.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say I'm very much of a rough person.
No.
So I was very much the odd one out in school.
Yeah.
And in children just take on. Yeah.
In primary, yeah.
And then we moved up to the valleys, and that's where everything went great. Like, went to the boys' school. Loved the boys' school. Absolutely, I thought it was a great school.
Oh.
For me.
You're one of the few to say that, but...
Oh, I absolutely loved Lewis Boys.
Did you?
Absolutely loved it, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I've met lifelong friends there, and it's just grown from there.
Yeah, fair.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's the only thing. Obviously, that's the only thing I enjoyed school for was, you know, the friends I've made.
Yeah.
But maybe some of the teachers I liked. I went up there earlier actually to pick up my nephew from school. He's just started his first year in there, and I saw Mr. Baker, Mr. Blackford by the buses. Yeah, they have not changed.
So this next one, Turner.
Oh.
This is one of the... During the week, I broke the rules slightly, Rhys. Turner asked for a little sneak preview, so I gave him this one question. Just to give him an idea of...
I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of what sort of things we would be asking. And I can't remember if you... I can't remember if I let you answer or I said save it for the stream. But the question is, Turner, describe the worst sex you've ever had. I saw a little wince there.
Wasn't that my question?
Yeah, probably.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure I put that in. Anyway.
Now, I think the worst one I've had.
Yeah, we fucking go.
You don't have to give names.
Oh, no one would know the person.
Okay.
Also, Rhys went up a number on the weekend. Unbelievable. Carry on, Turner.
That's a golf clap from me.
Yeah. It hurt. Constantly hurt. And I thought she was going to break it in half.
Was you on top? Was she on top? What was...
She was on top.
Right. Going a bit too nuts, was it? A bit too mad.
Yeah. I lasted ages after that, though, because I was still in pain.
Yeah, I bet, yeah. I think you were focusing more on the pain rather than the pleasure.
You just accepted it at that point, did you?
We were at that point, and I was like, yeah.
You know, James, you can't... If things aren't going for you, you can say no. You know that, don't you? You can say, I think we need to slow down or stop.
You haven't been in that position, Rhys. I've
been in that position, Harry.
when you're on the prowl, mate, and every night, you don't know what's going to happen. Sometimes you just got to go with.
That question dropped the view account.
Smut. Yeah.
Well,
I don't really think there's much more to discuss about that one.
There's not, is there?
No.
Okay. Next question.
There's been worse cases. I've heard worse stories, but yeah. Sorry you had to go through that experience, James.
Yeah.
Do you regret any of your life choices?
I'm going to say no because nothing's coming to mind. And if it was something I truly regretted, it would be instantaneous.
Did you... I don't know if you can regret this because there wasn't much of your choice, but did you, like, kind of regret the whole thing of moving up north for, like, however long it was?
I can't really because I was in Swansea. And it wasn't my decision.
Yeah. Your mum went up while you were still in Swansea.
Yeah, and it wasn't my decision to make, so there's no reason for me to regret it, really.
Makes sense.
So do you have no regrets?
Nothing major. I probably do have regrets, but nothing that is life altering.
Pops to mind, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a 10-year plan, Turner?
Oh, fuck off. I've answered that enough in the past week.
All right.
Your fucking interviews, is it?
What's your 5-year plan then?
No, my ultimate aim is to be self-employed as a contractor.
Oh.
But
is that at the end of your 10 years or
no,
your 10-year plan?
That'll be at the end of the 10 years. So, and then I would hopefully evolve it into a consultancy company.
So 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to be running my own software development company.
You wouldn't want to do that in 5 years instead?
I mean, if he could, he would.
I still wouldn't know. Because at the moment, I've got the security of a full-time job that I'm saving for like other stuff like houses, holidays. It's able to afford my driving. Why would I want to jeopardize? Yeah. Why would I want to jeopardize that all on taking a risk when it's an uncalculated risk?
True,
if I have a house, like if you have a house, right? The mortgage is generally cheaper.
Yep.
Like if I was to have the house I'm living in mortgaged and was paying for it for its area value, I would be paying about £480 a month. I'm currently paying almost 800 quid, which is double. That'll get cut, right? So you then actually have an extra 400 quid in your bank. Now that would accrue over time, and then you take the risk because then you've got like 6 months to achieve a minimum standard. You can't rush those things. They have to be done at the right moments.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to create the environment so they can grow into generally good situations.
Funny hearing the contrast, it's between sort of you like a good plan, don't you? You like to plan out things.
I would say that's because I got Asperger's, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and if you sort of go off from that plan, it can disrupt you.
Yes,
and
massively.
Almost upset you as well.
Oh yeah.
But whereas me, I've always, no matter how many times in my life I've tried to plan something, never really truly goes. You just have to sort of adapt along the way. But it is interesting to hear the contrast there.
I agree with that. But these are just high level goals. It doesn't matter how I do it. Like it's not like I need to be at this company or I need to be part of an IRSC. It's just like that's the ultimate dream.
What I mean is a lot can happen in 5 years,
Yeah. I might be homeless. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. You could buy a lottery ticket and just retire, Who knows?
Oh, that'd be fucking amazing.
Wouldn't it?
Look at Harry's face.
If you won the lottery, though, from what I know of you, Turner, you definitely wouldn't retire, would you?
I don't think you would, Turner. I think you'd get bored really easily. Despite the acute...
I love how that's everyone's opinion of me.
Wow, literally, yeah. Jinx, Leon, wow. Yeah, you would. You would though. You would get bored really quick, despite the amount of like gaming systems you've got in your room. You would still get bored. You would need to do something creative. You'd have to.
Yeah, I agree. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
Humans need a mix, a balance of work and play, and if you have too much of one or the other, you're just unsatisfied as a human being.
Yin yang.
Half a week, then really. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Yeah, it's not a healthy thing though.
What?
You could almost say it's like a work addiction.
Well,
I wouldn't
no.
say you're addicted to work.
An addiction is bad. Is a bad thing.
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean, an addiction in something. When you're addicted to something, it can affect your life around you.
I wouldn't say Turner's addicted to working. He's passionate about, he loves what he's doing.
Yeah.
And
it's like a hobby for you at the same time.
Of expanding his skills and knowledge. And I think you would be annoyed at yourself that you stop yourself from learning more than anything.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I get that. I completely get that. I couldn't. I'd still want to make content. Like if I won the lottery tomorrow, won the jackpot, I'd still make content. I wouldn't just stop and be like, say I'm just gonna lay back on a sunbed with a cocktail in my hand for the rest of my life. You know? Okay.
Tell us an embarrassing story, Turner. But I feel like we've already heard.
We're gonna say.
Yeah.
Is nomming on a condom not embarrassing enough for you? I can give you another one.
Oh God, yeah.
And I think this one references back to first year of uni. And we were watching Man of Steel. Then we went out drinking. And there was 2 flights of stairs. And I decided to dive off in the Superman position. Off the top of them. And landed stomach first in the middle of them. I stood up and I thought I was perfectly fine.
Did you crack 2 ribs?
No, I didn't break any ribs. I just started projectile vomiting everything out.
You winded yourself.
Like a tube of toothpaste.
Oh.
It's definitely not the type of stuff that you want to put in your mouth.
That takes some bravery, Turner.
No, it takes some alcohol.
Just Superman down a set of
kind of alcohol was you drinking? Gee.
I was drinking vodka on ice.
When you said Man of Steel at the beginning of that story, I was like, what relevance has that got to this story? And you literally tried.
Inspiration for my heroism. You know, like all those alcohol adverts where they've got someone as Batman climbing up like a scaffolding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heroism, stupidity, more like.
Oh, yes.
Harkening back to our previous topic of lots of money, what does your dream house look like and what's in it?
Oh.
A bed, computer, and food.
Probably, yeah. Because obviously you're going to be living with someone, so you want a nice living space, nice bedroom. The one thing I want now more than ever, probably because I'm just tired of it all being cluttered into one room, is having a gaming area separated out from where I sleep. I want it somewhere completely segmented from everything else in the house.
Would you have a work office as well?
I've got a work office now, but I was working at my game where I game for like the majority of the COVID period. And I stopped gaming for like 6 months because of it.
Yeah.
Is it because you literally feel like you don't leave your room otherwise?
Yeah.
That's why I put mine in the next room. Number one, because I haven't got any room in here. But I was just like, I need to...
Yeah, have a
separation.
Yeah.
It's healthy.
Yeah. It's difficult for me because my computer is in my living room. And it's my gaming computer, streaming computer, content creating computer. You know, it's my work and play computer, literally. It is. Last week I've been sort of battling in my own head about like the work play sort of balance. Because it's so easy to just go double click a game on your desktop, Off you go, and you've lost like 4 hours. So yeah, just willpower. That's what I've been willpower is what I've been working on. But yeah, it is. That's why I said, like, would you have a separate room for like just your work office?
Yeah,
Do you need that sort of environment?
Separation. Yeah.
I would like a big house with lots of different rooms for different things.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It wouldn't have to be massive. That's the thing.
I wouldn't like I want a big house, but like big.
I would a medium size, just because you gotta fucking clean it.
You get cleaners in. If you're rich and you're loaded, just
Yeah, if I'm rich, I would get cleaners.
You'd get cleaners in.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even think to get cleaners.
You gotta think like a rich person to become a rich person.
How much money is too much money?
Leading on from that last, yeah.
And we'll scale that down so we won't include like Bezos, but for you, how much money would be too much money?
Yeah.
Like, what, as in a total lump of sum or per annum, that if I was working?
Nah, lump sum. Like if someone gave you a blank check, like how much money would like give you a bit?
I was thinking annually for that question. Suppose you can do both then. Go on.
So the lump sum, I would be scared of often just more than $1 million, because that would all be for just to buy the house. So I don't need to worry about that. Instantly put something away for like when I'm older, because I don't trust the government.
Okay.
And then the rest would just to make sure I've got a nice quality of life. Per annum, I would probably say like 150K a year would be the scary one, because I don't understand what every month you're going to do with the money.
Yeah,
like,
what's that?
I earn a nice wage now, and I got surplus money that I'm just saving. It's like, once I've saved and bought the house, it's like I've got less outgoings and I got more money. It's like, it just seems a stupid amount.
I'll do the math in my head right now.
It's a fuck ton.
It's like it's like a 15K a month.
No, it'd be like 12.
It'd probably be about like 6, 7 after tax.
Yeah, a fuck ton.
That's a fuck ton.
That'd be nice though. But I think at that point you'd just be looking at the figure in your bank and be like,
yeah, you become numb to it. And
that's,
then
no, I think that's only about half of 150, 6, 7 grand a month after tax.
Anyway, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I think Rhys is right on that one. It'd probably be double it.
I'm pretty sure it's about 12 to 15K a month.
Yeah, I think
that's
it is that.
Disgusting.
And what scares me with that is just, like, I don't want to delve too much into politics, but I fall more like on the left side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And if I'm in that much, and we've got people with food banks, I just couldn't be comfortable with it.
You'd donate.
I would probably end up donating it, yeah. Just because that bothers me.
Yeah.
I think everyone should just be trying to have a comfortable life.
Yeah.
Okay. If you won the lottery and the prize was to have a blank check, but you couldn't give any money to anyone or away, like you couldn't give it to charity or whatever, how much money would you ask for?
It would just be the flat million, because I would just buy the house, get everything that I want in the house for that time, put the rest away. If I've got extra surplus, probably give it to some family members that need it.
Can't give it.
Can't give it away, mate.
But you said donate. Oh, fuck me.
Can't give it away. Can't donate. Well, you can't. But there's a loophole there, James. You can buy all these things for yourself, set up your business that you want to do, and then the money you make off that, then you can give to.
How much would you ask for, Rhys?
How much would I ask for?
Because I think you and Turner are at different points in your life at
the moment. Yes. So I wouldn't. $1 million is not enough. Truth be told, it's not enough. Because, like if you, $1 million 20 years ago is, it's a lot of money today, yeah, but it was bigger 20 years ago than it is today. Anyone could spend £1 million Easily. Very easily.
I would say 10 million.
Yeah. That's a good, yeah.
A disgusting amount of money.
It is a lot.
Initially in my head, I thought the same. $1 million's too little. I thought I'll be happy with 5. But I thought, why have 5 when I can have 10?
How is million
there's another fact. No, there's a fact for you. Majority of lottery winners in the UK, when they've won like millions, not just 1 million, but millions, are now more in debt than they were before they won the lottery.
They don't know how to control and budget with it.
Because it just goes to your head. It literally just went to their head, and like all that money in one go. No one's ever had that. You know, they've never had that large amount in one go before, so they just don't know what to do with it. You just fucking spend it. You think it's just an endless supply of money. People who haven't been smart with it, yeah. Unfortunately, it happens to most, more often than not, you know.
Well, the majority of people in this country are living under the poverty line.
Yes. Well, there we go.
We're a poverty-stricken country.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird thing to hear when you hear it out loud.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a depressing thought. So let's move on to something happy.
Oh, this next one isn't happy.
Oh, fuck me.
If you could know the day that you were to die, would you?
Bit bleak.
Yes.
You would?
Yes.
Yeah, because I would get it tattooed on as a joke, as like an expiry date.
That is good. Okay, I like that.
Because it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, right? The night before, you're gonna have anxiety attack galore. But leading up to it, you can allocate your time and you can get rid of stuff that on your bucket list was a meh, and then you can prioritize the stuff you really want to do.
You would technically
see it also. Fuck you, Leon.
Depending on the rules of this hypothetical question, you would technically be invincible, right?
How?
Like you could start a fight with someone.
Okay, this gets into the paradox of things now.
Yeah.
Because knowing something
ultimately changes it.
If you were to die on this day in 10 years' time,
oh no,
nothing could change that. You'd be like, I could do whatever the fuck I want. There's literally no consequences.
Nah, you're messing with time, man. You mess with time, time messes back.
We've seen Endgame. We know how this goes.
It's not linear. Time is not linear.
So
Back to the Future is all bullshit.
Would you want to know?
Yeah.
I also think I would.
Tattooed alone.
I don't know. You would get a very strange sense of morality if you found that out.
Yeah, exactly. But that would surely like make you spend your time better if you knew that like the day you were gonna. Oh, hello.
Hi, Tegan.
We're talking about death. She's been on a night out with my mum. She's been having cocktails.
Where was my invite, Teague?
What?
Oh, he's in trouble.
You drove. Sick. My mum smashed.
Yeah.
Is your mum smashed?
It was my invite. I want to go out with Cindy. He's like butter.
It's not tickling me, so I will have a cup of tea. Cheers, check. Do you want that? Oh, right. Oh, go treat yourself. But yes.
Yeah, Leon's got it right. I would just use it as a joke, because that's my sense of humor. I'm very twisted. I think you both know that.
I think it would let me... I'm trying to imagine this like, I'm doing my dissertation now, and I know the date it has to be in, right? So I'm planning everything according to that. Imagine if you were doing a dissertation and didn't know when it was due in. And it could be next week, it could be in 2 years' time. You'd be like, holy shit. Do I put all my effort in now? Do I focus on other parts of my life? I think if I knew the date, I'll be like, okay, all right. I've got over anxiety of...
What if?
Great show.
What if it fucks with you and turns out your death date was actually like yesterday or a week ago?
Then this question's gone out the window, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's a concept I'm not thinking.
Can you imagine if it said that though? Like, ask a genie, you get a genie, 3 wishes, and one of them you ask, well, when's the day I die? Like, oh, it was yesterday.
But then, if you're still alive, by that point, you're in the linearness of time. You're considered immortal because you bypass death.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Moving on.
Well, he technically did it.
Anna.
Yes.
Harry Potter did it.
Yes.
I want to see if you can answer this question without Rhys also answering it. Tell us an interesting fact.
All right, bro. That's a fact in itself.
Rhys is he's a little factoid boy.
I'm a little fact goblin.
An interesting fact.
Yeah.
Kiwis are not vegan friendly.
Are they not? Really?
The fruit or the animal?
The fruit.
You say animal?
Wait.
No, the fruit. The kiwis.
Harry, you said yes. Is it the fruit or the animal?
You were thinking of the birds.
Initially, I thought of the bird. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that was a bird. I only know 2 kiwis: the fruit and the description for New Zealanders.
Yeah. And
Kiwis.
Do you know why they're called kiwis?
No.
Because the kiwi bird is their national animal.
But do you know why they're not vegan friendly?
Why?
No, I don't.
So the whole point of being vegan is you don't consume any sort of product that
or byproduct
that involved any use of animals to manufacture. Now, kiwis are a very difficult thing to actually grow. So to be able to have them harvested on a global scale, they do forceful bee migrations, which take bees out of their natural habitat and force them to work in pollinating the kiwis to grow.
But bees aren't animals; they're insects.
It's life.
It's life. They don't like any of that kind of stuff. So by that very definition means that kiwis are not vegan friendly.
I bet they squash a fucking spider though, wouldn't they?
Fuck, I was.
That's what a great fact.
That is good.
That's a top fact.
Do you know where I got that from? The QI.
Wow. QI is good.
Okay.
That was really interesting. I like that one.
I enjoyed that question.
Kiwis are not vegan friendly. Just vegetarian friendly.
I wrote this next question, and I've been thinking about it all day, and I haven't got an answer to it. In your opinion, that's not the answer. Who is the greatest villain of all time? I know, right?
Ooh.
Because I've got two in my head.
I've got 2. They're Marvel villains. It's either Doctor Doom or the Green Goblin, Norman Osborn's version, because of what they do in the comics. Like, one is extremely wicked. Like, in one of the iterations of the Green Goblin, he impregnates Gwen.
Yep.
And throws her off the bridge, which results in her death. But Spider-Man didn't know she was also pregnant, which sends him off on one. And then Doctor Doom is the strongest villain in the Marvel universe.
Ooh, that's a debate. And that is a big debate.
He's killed Galactus, Thanos, Kang, all at once. He sold his wife to the devil and watched her melt for magical powers in front of him. He wiped out the Avengers, the Dark Avengers.
It does depend on the comic you're reading.
Yeah, but the majority of them, he is like deemed.
Don't doubt he's incredibly strong, incredibly powerful. Like, he's very, very powerful.
But I mean, he's extremely clever, and that's like
he is, yeah.
Because
because I have not read as much as I'd like to.
So, like, for example, you all know about the Civil War, the Soviet Accords, right?
Yes.
So post that, Doctor Doom got a list of the Soviet Accords. And doing that, he was able to kill off every hero one by one. Then there was a list of superheroes that weren't in the Soviet Accords, to the point that Iron Man couldn't defeat him, so he had to give himself brain damage to keep their secrets safe. And the only way they were able to defeat him was the multiverse, when they stopped pulling that shit up their ass. That's when they introduced Iron Lad, which is another thing, is he's also a version of Kang.
Yes, he is. I knew that.
Oh, fuck off, Leon.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about the original Fantastic Four films that came out, because they really made Doctor Doom felt like such a stupid character.
They don't even call him Victor Von Doom in any of the films. They change his name every fucking time. It's like, what is wrong with Victor Von Doom? That sounds cool.
He is in the first ones with Chris Evans played Johnny Storm. He is in that.
I thought they just called him Vic.
No,
I think they dropped Victor.
I'm pretty sure they say Victor Von Doom at like one point during the film. But yeah, anyway, like, I hated him in that one because it was like, I've always seen Doctor Doom as this really intelligent villain who was incredibly difficult to defeat, and they superheat him and then rapidly cool him in the film, and then that's it. They win. Very disappointed.
You'll be happy to know, Turner, that we've got through the first page of questions.
Okay.
Now we have one more question before we have a little break.
Yes, because I do need a wee-wee.
A little 10, 15-minute break, something like that.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
So,
You've made.
What is your Tinder chat-up line?
Depends on the biography.
Okay, because once you've said yours, I'll tell you my go-to one.
Well, if they haven't got one, it's like I'll give off 3 options, like a telecon thing, and give them the option. So if they haven't got a biography, it's like, pick 1 for cheesy old chat-up line. Pick 2 for an interesting fact. Pick 3 for something else. And that actually never fails to get a response.
I used to use that, and I always got a first response, and then nothing after that.
Maybe that was just you, because they seem to carry on for that one.
Bless you.
Bless you. What was that, Rhys?
I was just saying bless you to Harry. What do you say to him? What do you ask? Chat up line?
So,
what was it?
So it's basically you're a machine going like, pick 1 for this, pick 2 for this, pick 3 for this, and it would be different every time.
Okay.
Oh, if they had a biography, you try and make it custom to that biography.
Yeah.
Which it's sometimes really easy. It's like when someone says they do legal. It's like, hey, I'm in court tomorrow. Do you want to help me make an alibi? Way, it works. They really, I don't know why. I don't understand how these crappy pickup lines seem to get responses. I don't get it.
I always write a poem involving their name.
Really? That's so much. Fuck that.
Fucking look at Romeo over here. Jesus.
Anyway, should we shoot off until about past, and then we'll.
Didn't you miss? Oh, you deleted it.
I deleted a few as we were going because I felt like we were answering them as we were going through.
Fair enough.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yes, we have a quick break, and then when we come back, we are doing the quick fire round. You best prepare yourself for that, James.
Catty, bye.
I shall.
Be right back. 5 minutes, guys.
10, isn't it? I thought it was past.
What? No, we'll do 5 minutes. 5 minutes is plenty.
Bastard.
I have to make another tea. He's gone.
Yep.
All right, be right back, guys.
Damn it.
Oh dear. Why are we gone? Oh, we're there. We're there. We're back. Why you did that? There we go. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Yeah. My mouse has vanished. What's happening? No. This ain't good. What the fuck is happening? Hang on. My mouse is completely, like, vanished. No, I know, because the audio's muted. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because I think it's coming through the headset, my headset. My mouse is like, I don't know how to describe it. My cursor is gone. It's highlighting things, but my cursor is gone. What the fuck is happening? What? When he did the be right back? Like, I don't understand. Ooh. No, it's because I've muted you. Yeah. At least it's automatically muted anyway. Yep, see, that's messed up again. Fuck's up. Anyway, this guys, sorry about this. Yeah, like no worries, Dave, got you back. Yeah, it's weird. Like the only way I can describe it, James, is like my cursor has vanished. Like I can see it's like every time I'm moving the mouse around, it's scrolling and highlighting things to select, but I can't actually see what I'm selecting. I gotta try and guess. I'm trying to guess with the to click them. No, not even that. Oh, oh, I should, and then just press cancel. Control Alt Delete. Ah, oh, James, thank you. Press is averted. Yeah, that's usually my last resort on things. Anyway, yeah, everyone should be able to hear you now, guys. Say hello. Hello. There we go. We're back. Sorry about that. That was weird. That was really weird. That's never happened to me before.
Okay, I can hear us. All right then. So, Turner.
Yeah.
Next is the quickfire round. 10 questions. And don't think too much about it. Just as quick as you can, the first thing that comes to your head. That is relevant to the question.
You gonna time it, Harry?
Yeah.
And I'll say them.
Some pressure now, ain't there, if there's a timer?
Oh yeah. You got 60 seconds. Answer 10 questions.
Okay. So that's about 7 seconds per
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You say you count down, Harry.
3, 2, 1, go.
Turner, salad or fruit?
Salad.
What? Fruit?
Salad or fruit salad?
Oh, just salad.
Blow up a cow for £1 million.
Yes.
What? 34 plus 35?
Oh fuck me! I can't. 79. 70 fucking 70.
Say a Lord of the Rings quote.
You shall not pass.
Favorite film?
Oh, Iron Man 1.
Are you a good person?
No.
White bread or brown?
White bread.
Top 3 bands?
Avenged Sevenfold, Five Finger Death Punch, and Avicii. It's not a band, but Avicii.
Favorite condiment?
I don't even know what that is.
Like sauce, like a table sauce, that sort of thing.
I don't like sauces.
None then. Cowboys or spacemen?
Spaceman.
Interesting.
I can't believe I got the maths one so wrong there under that pressure.
What's 34 add 35, Turner?
69.
I
just panicked. I panicked so badly. I added an extra 10 on for some reason.
You ruined my joke, is what you did.
No worries, you've got your face to remedy that.
So now we go through the questions asked by the viewers, Turner.
I'm guessing there probably wasn't that many.
There's a few.
Oh, fair.
It was one.
Oh.
One that you haven't already heard.
Really?
So one was from Joe, the Who Is Best Girl.
Yep.
One was from my friend Robert, saying, "Do you like it when the shaft gets work whilst cradling the balls?"
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So,
I can't believe you actually put that in.
You're not gonna. Well, why wouldn't I? It's more pleasurable.
It is more pleasurable.
Yeah, I'd be dumb to say no.
What's that? And then another question comes in from Cameron. I think he pronounced his second name Fitzgerald. I think I got it right. He says, if you could eat any meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I like those kinds of questions. Because I like to eat.
It'd just be chicken and chips.
Chicken and chips? Fuck me. Or just like...
Well, you can do so much with chicken. You haven't
right.
specified how I've got to cook it.
When you said chicken and chips, I just assumed you meant just plain chicken breast with plain rice.
No, because you can do a lot with chicken, right?
Yeah, you can do lots, yeah. Loads. And rice. You can do lots of rice as well.
Yeah.
I'm eating chocolate.
Do you like roller coasters?
Yes.
Really?
Okay, excellent. Because I'm trying to find people who do, because no one will go to.
I don't like roller coasters.
They're fucking amazing. The only biggest letdown of a roller coaster.
Turner, can me and you could go to Alton Towers, please? Because I don't know anyone who likes roller coasters.
I'd be game for that.
Right, I'll drive.
What's that meant to mean?
Because it'd be like a roller coaster if you do.
Yeah.
I will need to go to a theme park if you're driving.
Turner, I got a Yazoo, right? I got a Yazoo bottle, so I got a 2-for-1 ticket. We go up for we have a 2-day ticket. We stay at a travel lodge, £100, all in, 2 days in Alton Towers. That'd be
sick. That actually sounds quite sick.
I actually want to do that. All right, fair enough. Right, sorted.
But the only letdown with roller coasters, especially in Alton Towers, is Oblivion.
Oblivion is amazing.
It's the one that am I thinking right? Oblivion is the one that they just hang you over the edge and drop you.
Yeah.
That was shit.
Have you been on it?
Yes.
It was fantastic.
No, Rita Queen of Speed was fantastic. I came off that ride with a bleeding lip.
Dude, I have so many friends who've been on that and come off with an injury.
Yeah.
That one is
I was talking to my mum, and she was like, "Oh, we're going to start in a minute. You might want to look forward." I was like, "Why?" Boom. And I was stuck like this. But because I was in the middle of speaking, it shut my jaw on my lip. So
you're in the queue watching it, and it's like, oh, it's the fastest accelerating roller coaster. And you're watching it, you're like, yeah, it's fast, but that's all right. And then you sit on it, and you're like,
you're frozen in like you can't move because of the G-force.
Your head gets slammed back against the thing.
Was it like Tintin Einstein's theory? Everything just seems relative.
It's like going to hyperspace. It is just like quick. You cannot be prepared how quick it goes every time.
It's amazing. Like I wish the one ride they still had was Corkscrew, but they had to take it down because it was dangerous. It was literally just.
I hate stuff that makes me dizzy.
Hey Chad, welcome to the stream.
But yeah, Turner,
thank you for
back
that.
In September.
Epic sound.
We'll find a weekend. What? Yeah. Well, they're back now. Yeah. Okay. What?
Now doesn't matter.
Turner, next question. And you can choose to answer this or not.
I don't like when I'm given the option.
Because I don't know how
You're watching me, that's why, Chad.
It affects certain things. Have you ever taken any drugs?
Yes.
Here to
paracetamol.
Diverge. And don't be one of those pricks that's like, coffee's a drug.
No, I think it was second year of uni. Ended up doing weed.
How was that for you, Turner?
It was a very bad trip.
Oh no. Your first ever time?
I need a story of Turner's bad trip.
It really there wasn't much to it. Tried it.
How did you do it? Is it
yeah,
joint?
Yeah. And the thing was I thought it was just a rollie at the time because I was smoking at this point.
We just built different, Chad.
Yeah. I'm young and naive. And I was smoking. It was at a really bad point in year 2, so I started smoking. I was drinking a lot, and I remember in St. David's there was someone, who I still love all that. There was someone who did like a lot of weed in my apartment bit, so I just tried it once, and I did not gel well with it.
Must have been some bad shit, man, if you tripped off of your first ever joint.
Just quickly, I changed the output audio on my thing. Are you hearing like an echo when you talk?
I'm not.
I don't actually know what you mean by cabbaged.
All right, cool. So you can hear it now. So
you mean?
Interesting.
Cabbaged.
All right. And this next question, Turner, relates to our Alton Towers trip, and it's how busy is your calendar?
Yeah, I couldn't move. Like I had to get carried back to my bed.
Cabbaged.
Didn't realize that was how you explained it.
Was you sick?
No. I just, when you just can't get your.
Did you have
footing.
Was you drinking before you did it?
Yes.
That's probably why then.
Would you do it again, Turner?
That probably not, but if it was because of the alcohol, you never know.
Yeah, that classic phrase. Is it weed before beer, you're in the clear, or grass before?
Weed before beer, you're in the clear. Beer.
Or grass, you're on your ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the film 127 Hours?
Yes.
Gift one there, Harry.
If you were that guy, how many hours would you last?
1. I would have just slit my throat, 20 probably.
20 miles an hour.
Wow.
How many hours would you last? Sorry, what did you say?
Dude, being in a car whilst high, and like they're doing 20, and you're like, you think you're like, in Star Wars when they're like, oh, hold that.
Yeah.
Coming is literally, you're like, slow down. Whoa. Yeah, but how you would kill yourself after an hour?
Probably.
No, you wouldn't.
I honestly don't know how I would react.
You'd be in adrenaline for quite a while.
Oh, don't like adrenaline. Actually, I do. It makes me so alert.
It saps you.
Afterwards, yeah. You're exhausted.
Turns the legs to jelly.
Flying through these now. What makes you truly happy?
This was my question.
From here on, I think most of these are Rhys's.
Yeah, I think they pretty much are, yeah.
I think I changed a few of them, though.
Yes.
Sorry.
You're a pedantic dickle.
I'm a control freak.
Yeah.
What would make, like, what I would like?
What did you intend for this, Rhys? Like, what makes Turner truly happy in the moment, or...
Not just truly, deep down.
Like, in terms of, like, the world, or in terms of, like, him and his situation, or...
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes.
Turner, answer it however you like.
what makes me happy is just... This is depressing that I can't come up with a proper answer.
No. Don't overcomplicate it. Just like say the first thing that comes to mind. Doesn't matter how big or small it is.
But that's the problem.
Oh right, shit. Look, I can't help you here, James.
Because happiness is different from enjoyment. This is horrible. I don't actually have an answer, I don't think.
Are you trying to think of what makes you truly happy as a person?
Yeah.
It might be easy if you think what would make you truly happy if something in the world changed, I guess. Or what?
I've not just stumped James, I've stumped the co-host in this one. In this question. That's an interesting one. Guys in the chat, can you think of anything that makes you truly happy? Could be anything. Anything small. James, it could literally be...
I think the issue is, and I think me and Harry were having this discussion the other night when we were on his course, doing his coursework, is like at the moment, all I currently do is just primarily work, right? And I get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know. 4-ply toilet.
Said 4-ply toilet roll makes him truly happy.
That's a good shout there, Dave.
Oh, that's amazing.
Chad, the question was for everyone in the chat as well, was what makes you truly happy? Would you say it's your work then, James? What you do? Or would you say that's more? Well, it has more enjoyment. It literally could be anything. It could literally just play in your favorite video game, or whatever.
I think like when I'm truly happy, it's like sat around playing board games and just having my friends there.
Yeah.
And just being with my mates and my family. I that's like the pinnacle of any day for me. That's what I truly love.
I was gonna say like some of my happiest memories are like the house parties where there's music. Like everywhere I look is someone that I think is fucking hilarious.
You can have everything, but if you've got no one there with you, it's utter crap.
Like Overcooked.
It is a hard one.
That is just stressful as shit, especially with you barking orders.
Got the whole game now, so we got 1, 2, and all the DLC.
I don't know what.
All of it, so we can play it. It'll be great.
Munchkin.
No. You bullied me. I couldn't play the game. I was sat on the starting square for 3 hours.
Happy then. I don't know what is Munchkin. What is that? It's a game, is it?
Yeah, it's just a board game where you've just got a...
it's a board game.
It's a little RPG game.
Oh, I think I've heard of it now, actually. I couldn't quite think what Munchkin was, and then, yeah, board game. Yeah, I think I don't know.
A game that everyone needs to, like, play in their lives is Werewolves as well.
Is that the one where you've got a...
Dragon Ball Monopoly. Oh my god, Chad, that is sick.
Is Werewolves the game where it's like a campfire? No, it's not.
No, I think I actually think you're going in the right direction. And yes, DB is amazing.
Yes, I was a massive fan growing up as well.
The version of it where it's a campfire of people and one of them is a werewolf. And you've got to find out who it is.
Yes, so every night someone will get off by the werewolf. And you've got to deduct who it could be by, like, giving out information. I'm a villager, but I'm the oracle. I look at cards. You've got different roles in the game. And it is a really cool game.
Sounds like another take on Kudo.
Have you ever heard of Town of Salem?
No. Disappointed.
I'm desperate to play that Sherlock game that you've got.
Yeah, it's literally right. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's over there.
It's huge.
It's amazing.
Next question, Turner. And once again, as your mother says, go as deep as you like.
Stop saying that.
It's more like I can just see a fuck. just saw a foot by Harry's head appear. Oh, it is very good.
I think.
Turner,
Go on, man.
what scares you?
Ooh.
2 deep questions in a row.
Oi, oi.
Hey, that's what she said.
What truly scares me is
Like,
dying alone.
Wow.
Fuck. Like,
You-
alone in the moment or alone in your life?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Like, imagine that you've lived this life, and then you die and no one cares.
Okay.
But I mean, like, because you're older, right? So the people who you've been involved with, like your parents or stuff, would have already passed on.
Yeah.
Man, you didn't have anyone. Let's just say. And you get to that ripe old age, and you just die of just a natural way. But because you don't maybe not have any like direct family or anything like that. I'm not saying no one would miss you. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you
Never thought
mean.
about that. Imagine if you're like one of these people that doesn't have kids or anything.
Chad,
Imagine
do you mean
you're the person to
the
lose.
same question for me and Harry?
Yeah. Imagine like if you're the last person alive out of like all your family and all your friends, or like the
Right.
people like you actually care about. I mean, you're like, there's literally no one on this earth I give a shit about.
There we are, Harry. Chad has asked us the same question. Here's us.
For me,
What
I'm
scares you?
scared of not doing enough in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally want to feel. That's the way I like the idea of like I'd be happy knowing the day that I died because I was like, okay, I've got this amount of time to do all this shit.
XYZ.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've answered this like 2 streams in a row now, and it was just the not leaving a legacy behind thing, you know, and being forgotten. You know, I think that was mine.
Everyone dies twice.
Yeah.
Tanner.
Yes.
I'm not.
Question.
What's my fear then, Chad?
Yeah, I want to see what Chad's going with this.
Oh, no.
Oh, before we progress, have you seen the trailer for the new Outlast?
Have, and it looks insane.
Outlast Trials. It's a co-op one. It looks sick.
If it's co-op, I'll play it with you.
Yeah, Outlast Trials
I'm
looks
not playing
amazing.
on my own. I'm not playing on my own. No.
Yeah, really. It looks amazing.
Yep.
Rhys, you need to give Outlast a go and just stream and see how long you can play for.
Is it on Game Pass?
No.
Oh. Hey.
Then don't put him in.
I like Outlast just because it's just tense. Wait, what's Harry doing?
The kitten. The kitten.
Yes.
Oh, go put him on stream. Come on.
He jumps out the window.
Oh.
Isn't the window shut?
No, I have to have it wide open because it's literally boiling. Egg. As soon as you see him pop out.
Good team member. That's okay. Same,
Alright.
Chad. I'm dyslexic. Spieling. Thanks, dyslexia. Oh, well, me and Tash were listening to Kerrang radio yesterday morning on our smart speaker, and John Mahon was on it. He's one of the hosts, and he accidentally said he said an artist's name wrong. He got a surname wrong. He mixed and matched it with another one. He just went, "That's wrong. Thanks, dyslexia." Just on the radio, I just thought it was funny. Yeah, no, dyslexia is a real thing.
Your question was to ask us a question. One different question each.
Yes, ask us a question.
All right, Rhys.
Same for the chat. Ask us a question. Go on.
If you could kill one person in human history, who would you kill?
You know, the funny thing is, I already thought about this, and
Okay.
My hunches lately have just been fucking like. I read that question earlier. I thought, I got a feeling James is gonna say something along the lines of, "Kill someone in history. Who would it be?" Genuinely, now I'm not pulling your leg. And again, my mind instantly went to, "Don't fuck with time." What happened was you know.
Oh yeah, but we'll just assume everything carries on in a nice linear fashion.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Linear fashion. I mean, the obvious choice is Hitler, isn't it? Everyone always says Hitler because, millions of, lives
but then you had
needlessly
Stalin as well,
lost.
who actually killed more than Hitler.
I would say Stalin.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you kill Stalin and Hitler invades, we needed Russia to win the war.
Did Stalin have like concentration camps though?
Yes.
And he committed genocide, did he?
Yes.
Right.
He killed a lot more.
I know there was another. You had the Cambodia genocide as well. That was another one. That was insane.
Been many genocides.
There's been many.
So we can barely hear you, Harry, or I can.
Is that better?
Oh my god, that's too much. That's too much.
Hello.
If you could be any wild animal in the world, not domesticated, which yeah, honestly, yeah, with that question, James, I don't know.
I'll give you some thought on it, and Harry, for you, because I know you love your guitar and drums. If you had to get rid of one forever, which one would you pick?
Drums.
Really?
I've honest to God.
I didn't expect that.
Honest to God, I
didn't expect that. I thought I had you with that one.
Nah, mate. Honestly, I've discovered in myself that I love guitar.
Wait, you would give up drums over guitar?
If I was ever in a live band again, it would be guitar. I would not do drums just because. Thank you, Chad. Thank you very much. Because it is a ball ache, and I feel like I'm better at guitar than I am drums.
I beg to differ.
You've not seen me play guitar that much.
I have.
Do you play at the moment? I do play ATM.
Yeah, James, I still can't think of a person to kill in history.
I'm gonna be that guy at the campfire.
You gotta be careful of copyrighting, Harry.
I just play every.
Please don't. I will mute you. I will mute you.
I'll just be like, play every song I know. Yeah, I'll give up drums.
Okay.
All right. Dave asked one there.
Yeah. What animal would you be? And why? Not domesticated ones, though. Not domesticated. Hi, Chrissy.
Who is Chad? Is that someone that we know?
Yes, it's Chad Main. Actually, no, I don't think you know Chad. No, I don't think you do.
Who's Chad? Do you know him?
Like, saw him earlier.
Oh, I know him. I've never met him. I'm aware of him. Okay.
We've met him now.
Next question. Rhys put in. And I almost deleted it. Being a control freak that I am.
James, I'll go with Hitler. Fuck it, I'll just kill Hitler.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost deleted this question because I thought surely there's only, I don't know.
How about you ask it and see and confirm your theory?
I think I overanalyze these questions too much before I ask them. Okay. Do you think that art is overrated?
No.
There we go.
Art is a skill set, isn't it? And there's not just the skill set that goes with it, but the creative nature of the person. And not everyone can possess that talent.
What was your thought process writing that, Rhys? Were you thinking like, you know, when people like fucking throw a pot of paint over a canvas, thing like art?
Yeah, pot of paint over a canvas, and then it gets sold for like a few billion euros.
Yeah, but you could say they were very creative because they knew how to swindle some fucking idiot.
I agree.
I do think in some cases it can be overrated. It's just.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing. I wouldn't say it is overrated.
No, I'm asking. You know,
because you've got like major art figures such as obviously the Mona Lisa. I can't remember the roof painting.
Sistine Chapel painted by Michelangelo. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fucking amazing.
Yeah. Didn't he paint that by himself as well? All by himself. Over 10 years it took him to do it? I think.
I think it was shorter than 10 years.
It was like stupidly long time, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
In my head, I can't remember, but I feel like in my head it's a short amount of time. Sistine Chapel.
Michelangelo. How long?
How long to paint? 4 years.
Tomorrow, probably not. Don't know what Tasha's doing, but I don't think I will be.
Hannah.
Yes.
What is on your bucket list?
Like my top one, my top item.
Just name a few.
I want to cycle down the east coast of Japan.
You told me about that one. I remember that.
I want to do skydiving. And
Really?
if I could get fit enough, I would want to hike up Mount Everest.
Oh. That takes weeks. It takes weeks to do.
It takes months.
Yeah.
As well to train, even years.
Yeah, well, yeah, years of training, but it literally takes weeks to scale it because you can't go up in one go because of the atmospheric
elevation.
pressure. And yeah. So
Tegan asks if you want to do Snowdon because she'll do that. She wants to do that.
Yeah.
Snowdon's a good start.
I also really want to go skydiving.
It's like I heard about because my mum did skydiving, and I've got a massive fear of heights, but I would want to do it just because it sounds amazing, but I've also got the fear of heights. I know that sounds weird.
No,
I know that probably sounds stupid.
It's not weird. I think we had this conversation last week where I have a fear of heights, ironically, because I'm short. And but I could go in an airplane, sit on the window seat, look out, not a problem.
Yeah, but I think that's different to heights.
You think a lot there, didn't you? There.
I think. I think he thinks, yeah.
Lately, like I think jumping out of a plane is different than being scared of heights. I think that's a different fear, and I don't know.
But you're really high up, Harry.
I think a lot of people confuse the fear of heights for the fear of falling.
Yeah. Correct.
Like I can't
I
be
don't
sat
like
at a window
falling.
seat. I have when I look at tall buildings, like I want to go to New York. I don't know how I'm going to function because when I've been to like go into Newport and look up at the buildings, I just want to fall to the ground. So I don't know how I would survive. Yeah. I am just a fucking mess.
Yes, I've been.
The Wetherspoons, you're like, oh, shitting hell.
When I've been on the London Eye, I've looked down and I've had like vertigo. Like it's I
really like heights. I really like being up high.
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the buildings, and I want to get over it. So the easiest way is to go into the high places.
Do the things that scare you, as they say.
That's why I also like roller coasters. They terrify me.
Yeah, I've had 3 bad experiences on roller coasters, so it's enough to put me off for life.
Because you're too little.
Yeah. They wouldn't let me on the ride.
What?
They wouldn't let me on the ride. That's it.
Yeah, but you haven't been on one in like 10 years, have you?
It's been about 10 years since I've been on one.
I think you should go on one again. Because I was scared of rides for like a long time, and then I went on one after like not going on them for ages, and I was like, holy shit, I love roller coasters.
Exactly, Chrissy. So it hasn't changed anything.
There's nothing to do with your size, Rhys.
I think that the worst roller coaster though for me was Speed at Oakwood.
Ugh, Oakwood's just
that one was shut when I went there.
Yeah.
It's just the climb is horrible.
I'm surprised Oakwood hasn't been shut down. It's had like 3 deaths in like
all
a decade.
The same ride.
Yeah, Hydro.
Jesus.
They changed it, didn't they? They rebranded it to Splash, and then someone died not long after the rebranding. We shouldn't laugh at that. But...
I know.
Have you been to? Yeah, you've been to. Have you been on the Smiler in Alton Towers, Turner?
The fuck is the Smiler?
That's the one where that woman's leg got ripped off.
Well, didn't get ripped off. It just sort of got impaled by her own legs.
No, she crashed into the cart in front of her, and it crushed her leg.
Yeah.
And
I haven't been on that. That looks horrendous.
Smiler is insanity. It's like.
Where's the experience about? Oh dear.
It's like 12 loot. Oh my god.
Was that before or after that famous incident, Chrissy?
It's really fun.
I doubt it was after. If you went on it after hearing about that, you're brave.
I went on it before and after.
Oh my god.
And it's really fucking fun.
So I need to try it then, is that what you're saying?
Can we please go to Alton Towers?
Genuinely, I'm up for that.
Because, excellent.
Yeah, the old ride. Yeah, like that. The thing is, I've been on Hydro.
Do you really want to go?
You're about to...
Oh god, yeah.
You can't buy cereal for yourself in my house. That's not how this works. I don't like this. Stop hanging out with my mum.
Would you like some cereal?
No, I don't want cereal.
I want cereal.
It's Special K.
It's fine.
Raspberries.
Oh. Take the berries out. I don't like the berries.
How can you not like the berries?
Because I don't.
Exactly. I don't like fruit.
I prefer veg to fruit.
Just have them both.
He is literally a virgin.
What?
The cat's not going to get you. Okay. Turner, if you could go camping with any 3 people, dead or alive or dead, who would it be?
Is this so I could survive, or is it just so I could talk to them?
No, camping or glamping.
Just a weekend in the most fucking, like in a stunning forest, and it'll be a load of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, either camping or glamorous camping, either one.
You have to have Steve Irwin. That would be amazing.
Oh,
Steve Irwin.
That would be amazing.
Crikey. My best impression of Australian accent. Oh, I miss that guy.
Just have the chance to talk to him would be Alan Turing.
Oh god, yeah. We had Alan Turing with Joe, didn't we? Joe said Alan Turing, I think.
And the third one, alive or dead?
Alan Turing is a good shout. Really good shout. Yeah.
There's so many people, that's the thing. That's what makes this difficult.
I don't think we'd be having this conversation right now if it wasn't for Alan Turing. Stanley, yeah.
He might be a burden camping, though, if he's like 90.
Yes, but I'm assuming he's 40 because he's dead, so I'm guessing I get to pluck him at a specific age.
He might die in the night because of the fucking temperature.
I just assumed that they're dead. I get to pluck them at specific age ranges.
Yeah. Okay. Who would you pick if you're camping?
Who would I pick?
Yeah, because I feel like we ask this question every week. I think we asked like, who would you have for
dinner party? Yeah, so that's why I changed it. That's why I changed it to camping.
Yeah, I would choose different people for camping, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Steve Irwin is a shout.
Yeah.
I think that'd just be great.
Look at that fucking bird over there.
Yeah.
If you hit this berry, you die.
I'd have Bear Grylls as one.
I would go Stephen Irwin.
I wouldn't want Bear
David
Grylls.
Attenborough.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That was a good one.
Also, I think your mic's moving away from your mouth again.
And then
Just imagine David Attenborough,
and then
monologuing your death.
And then to spice things up a bit, Steve-O.
What the fuck? What a 180.
David Attenborough and Steve-O. Imagine them getting on together.
I think they would.
Yeah.
Imagine Steve-O fucking jumping out of a tree and David Attenborough
monologuing it, be like,
Steve-O, jump in from a tree like a buffoon.
What's everything okay?
Cereal.
Oh god. Still banging on about fucking cereal. Pour the fucking bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Nat was a really good shout. I didn't think about that. No, I would have Bear Grylls. I do like Bear Grylls.
I'd just be afraid he'd make me drink my own piss.
Oh. We're not like roughing it, you know. You could go on like little safari adventures and be like Bear Grylls and give you like good little tips and stuff. Really good like that.
It's like how Harry's miming.
Anyway.
Right, what's on to the next question?
Next question. What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was a little child, what I really, really wanted to be was a builder.
A builder? Well, yeah. As in a sense, you're a builder now.
No, but it would be more like Bob the Builder kind of thing.
Ah, right. An actual literal sense of the word builder. Okay.
Yeah, because I used to remember when I was young, I'd be always like to my mum, it's like, I'll make you a house, it'll be fine. I definitely fucking failed on that front.
I always wanted to be a cowboy.
Really?
Yeah.
So you realized they don't exist.
Every day I wake up and attempt to do work on my dissertation, I think I could be playing Red Dead.
You didn't need an excuse to avoid doing dissertation work.
And then I just play Red Dead.
Don't blame Red Dead on your childhood to avoid this work. That's the most convoluted excuse. Imagine going in. Can I have my dissertation extended, please? Why? I was fulfilling my childhood dream.
Playing a lot of Red Dead.
Fulfilling my childhood dream, and he's just there on a horse, dragging someone behind him with a lasso.
Easy.
Don't forget, you need to do the diss work, mate.
Yeah, I know. Today was meant to be a work day as well, but then I woke up. I spent about 2 hours on my CV trying to get Word to format images correctly.
Images?
Well, like they count like I was putting icons in it.
Okay.
And it took me ages to figure out the wrapping thing, which wrap is the one I needed. It took me so fucking.
It's free.
I got a sexy CV now, Turner.
Nice.
So I'll show you it at some point. Okay.
Next question. What? I'll say it. Take a break there, pal. You talk to Tegan. Go on. Go have your bowl of cereal. What is your opinion on marriage? Dead silence. Oh, James, I think you're muted.
No, I'm not talking.
Oh, right, Jesus, I thought he was.
He was thinking.
Wow, you were very. You paused longer on that than you did about the what truly makes you happy question.
I had no idea
marriage, that's for sure.
I've never had any positive role models in my life with marriage.
Yeah.
So for me, is if I was to get married, I have to make sure that's the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. But to me, like, marriage isn't something I would need. If the person I was with wanted to get married, right, for instance, and there's someone I could see myself living my life with,
Sorry, James. Harry. Your nose
You're
is...
Darth Vadering.
Yeah, your nose is breathing on them. Please stop.
If it had to be with someone that I would want to spend the rest of my life with, and then I would get married to them.
Yeah.
Because I know it's important to them, so inherently it would be important for me.
Hmm.
But it's not something that I crave or need.
Yeah, it's not a necessity.
Not for me,
your,
no.
I'd say to your happiness, I suppose, to your well-being.
Yeah, because what about you two? How would you both feel on that one?
I'd like to get married. I mean,
What?
I didn't get down on one knee for no reason.
I am kind of split on the idea of it because, same like you, Turner, it causes so many fucking problems.
Yeah.
In an ideal world, for me, marriage would be the whole ceremony. I love the whole idea of everyone come in, suits, party, love it. I like the idea of being able to call someone like your wife and be like, this is my person. What I don't like is all the legally binding stuff.
You don't have to legally bind, though.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, if I ever did, it would be official, but none of the legal.
So purely for title's sake.
Pretty much, yeah.
Makes sense.
And I feel that that's how it should be, because so many divorces are just fucking messy with kids and money and houses. And what everyone should do is sign. They should have the prenup, which would say, if this is to happen, this is exactly what each of us would get. And they agree that when they're both happy together.
The thing is, though, I think the reason why you end up thinking like that, though, is because marriage has become so common, and that's why divorces happen, is because it's so easy to get married.
Mm-hmm.
In regards to, you could literally just go to a ceremony office, book out a room there, get 3 people, and you're done. And a lot of people
Shotgun wedding.
prefer, yeah. And I know some people who were with a partner for 6 months and ended up getting married. I'm like, what?
If you could make it a law to have
marry in haste, regret in leisure, as they say.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's so easy to get married. People do it quickly.
If you could put in a law that you could say you can only get married once you've met these requirements, would you think that'd be a good idea?
I don't.
No.
Because marriage is, it's part of free will, isn't it?
Well, like, the origination of marriage is not that, like, sentimental. It was.
No, I know.
I think it was literally as a way to own the woman.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it was to join two families and have more of a as more of a status thing, wasn't it? And a financial move on behalf of the family. Yeah,
there was just a lot of objectifying in that day with it.
But
we've evolved from that.
It's changed. Yeah, it has evolved.
Yeah. But no, I don't think that would be a good idea, because at the end of the day, while divorce rates are high, it's up to the individuals, and a third party doesn't have the right to make that decision to say you are ready. Because someone may find someone they're genuinely happy with, and they might commit to that marriage, and they might stay together for 40 years. You can't treat a statistic for everyone, because at the end of the day, there will be people who don't fall into that. Yeah, who don't fall into the statistics.
Do you think there'll be a point where people just don't get married anymore because they're like,
no,
there's literally, you don't think?
I think some people generally like the idea of getting married.
I agree.
I think it'll always be there.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a bad thing.
Yeah. There's also other forms, there's civil partnerships as well.
Yeah.
And I know originally civil partnerships were best, would describe homosexual relationships. They wouldn't now. A homosexual couple can get married and be titled they are married, whereas before it would just be they have a civil partnership, which is wrong. Because everyone has the right to get married. But yeah, I think going in the future, I think it may sway from marriage. It may just be civil partnerships, because it maybe there's some difference there. I don't know. But
who knows? But I think marriage is an okay thing.
I agree.
I'm not gonna let any of my family know, considering I always berated in front of them to annoy them. So I hope they don't hear this, because that will be I would lose a great annoying point.
yeah, that's what I was getting to, Chrissy. That's kind of the point I was making. Yeah, straight people
like
can get
that
civil
idea.
partnership as well.
I want to go with difference because that would be more.
Yes, that's me. I didn't know if there was a difference between a civil partnership and a marriage contract. I didn't know if there was a difference. I thought it was more or less the same thing. It was just purely down to just the name, just the title. Just because I don't want, for people sometimes people can get hung up on the definitions, If there's an actual difference, I am interested to know. Yeah, call me cringe though. When I was younger, when I was a kid rather, what I wanted to be when I grew up was to get married and have a family of my own.
Oh, man, that's cringe.
Yay.
I love the two difference there.
Yeah, completely polar opposites.
And he says he can't imagine the first time he met me, he told me to fuck off.
No, yeah, it's I just did like I don't know. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, I want to be builder," or firefighter, policeman. The typical thing. I want to be this when I grow up a spaceman. But no, for me it was to have a family of my own and be married. I haven't told many people that, and now it's live.
Yeah. You've definitely told at least 10 people in total.
Yeah.
10?
At least.
Mm-hmm. Fuck me, it's gone up!
Keep it calm, Harry. I think your voice went up with it.
Voice. Turner.
Oh, God.
I think this is another question that we've kind of already discussed. But do you often fantasize about being rich?
No.
We've kind of had this.
Yeah.
Talk already, haven't we?
Yeah. So I think we can move on from that one.
If you could go forward in time, how far would you go?
Ooh. 250 years.
How much?
250 years.
250.
Yeah.
Quarter of a millennia.
Quarter of a yeah.
And we're doing this as a hypothetical, as in you go in, view how it is, say you're there for a day, and then come back, or there.
All right, yeah, we'll do that. We'll say you get 24 hours at any point in time in the future.
I would probably say 250 years, because considering how technology has advanced at that rate and how it's still growing at an exponential rate
in the last 50 years, how far it's come. Yeah,
I would be curious that in 250 years if we'd be an intergalactic species.
Intergalactic, not just interstellar, but intergalactic.
Yeah.
So moving between galaxies.
Yes.
In 250 years.
I do think that will be actually the case.
Now, I don't know about that.
Well, we've recently in the last 2 years been able to actually, at a quantum level in quantum computing, being able to transport, like quite literally, teleport one set of data to another place without any direct connection.
Yeah.
We've been actually to be theoretically prove like transportation, and we've been able to do it at a quantum level in computing, like teleporting. And I don't think a lot of people know that stuff's happening.
Oh, I do. I keep up to like science. Yeah, I keep up to like science alerts and updates and like recent discoveries and stuff like that in all things biological, chemical, and astronomical as well.
Not many people know about quantum computing, but I honestly think that's like once they figure that out, that is it. Like that is we have figured it out.
And that we're boom from there, is it?
Yeah.
You gotta remember. I wouldn't say, because you gotta remember computing is a very man-made thing.
Yeah.
So we kind of control the rules of it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it works in terms of like like you said, like because it's man-made. I don't know. Do they have to build a quantum computer or?
I think the one it's just it's very powerful. Like the amount of CPUs and shit.
Is it man-made or is it made by machines?
Shut up.
Principle and the context of computers is a very man-made thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a way to compute. That's fundamentally all it is, right? To aid. It's like the very first computer they've recorded in history is Stonehenge.
Yeah.
It's an automated way to compute something that you don't have to manually do it. That's all a computer is.
Yeah, Stonehenge was a massive sundial, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Literally a massive sundial. It's huge. And they're still discovering bits of it today.
Yeah. I still don't know how it was fucking made.
No one knows. I don't think you'll ever get answered.
If you watch the Transformers films, they'll tell you.
Oh, right, okay.
Do they actually?
Oh, you know how much they wreck on their own shit.
Wait, how did they say?
It was basically in Transformers the last night. It was made as a beacon for Cybertron to come and kill Unicron.
Just like how they say the pyramids were built by aliens. Yeah.
They kept retconning themselves. They came back 200 years ago. Oh no, they came back almost 1,000 years ago. They came back with Merlin. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember. Was that the one with Anthony Hopkins in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. I did enjoy it.
Yeah,
I go into those films just to watch big robots smash each other.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. You know, don't take it out. You don't got to take it out of that, have you? Yeah, 250 years.
I was gonna say I'm pretty.
I wouldn't say intergalactic. I would say interstellar. Because we're practically there on the cusp of interplanetary.
Yes.
But I wouldn't say intergalactic in 250 years. I would definitely say interstellar, though.
The thing is, if we go to different planets and we find new stuff there.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't, because you're on the cusp of interplanet, you're at such an unknown.
Yeah.
What is there? And that is amazing. We don't know what is there.
Yeah. We got a good guess what's there. But no, I know what you mean. You don't know for sure.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
And I think that would just be amazing.
Because
it's not too far in the future as well.
But what else would you do? You got 24 hours during...
I would want to see what the food is like. I would be very curious to see how far vegan food has come.
So what year would it be? It'd be 2251. The year 2251, yes. So yeah, what would you 24 hours in the year 2251?
I would genuinely be curious to see how vegan food's progressed.
Vegan food?
Because it's like you have a vegan sausage roll from Greg's.
What? VR's gone.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Oh God. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. I'm telling you, it wouldn't. It'd be contact lenses at that point.
The other day, I accidentally stumbled across a guy had built his own murder simulator in VR.
Fuck.
And it was one of those things where I was like, this is grim, but I also kind of want to play it.
Imagine it'd be like, suppose that could be used as like an educational standpoint, couldn't it? Like for psychologists, you know, they study serial killers, and they to see just what makes them tick, and if it's like a repeatable pattern between.
Yeah,
we're all serial killers in VR, aren't we?
I just had in my head that Rhys, you were just going into a school. It's like, right, come on, time to learn how to kill someone. In you go.
Let's
right.
see how it makes you feel.
Bobby. Yeah,
see how it makes you feel. If you get enjoyment out of this, you get an erection out playing this game, we're gonna sanction you.
And before it's like, then you when you're playing, it's like, shit, I've got one, so I don't want to get sanctioned.
You got a PSVR, haven't you, Turner?
Yes, I got that and the Oculus Rift. Yeah.
Have you played Gorn?
Yes.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Right, I've got a question for you because I played it, and Josh played it. My friend Josh.
He knows Josh.
And it interests me. I was playing it, and this may come across as really weird and maybe psychopathic, but there is something.
He feels like he's about to confess something really grim, doesn't
Harry. Careful now.
I'm trying to pick my words.
So
it was very satisfying to bludgeon people, I found in that game.
Don't incriminate yourself now.
Satisfying being the weaker word, I would say. I enjoyed beating people up too much in that game.
But you've got to remember, you've got an awareness of a separation of reality.
Yes,
you know that's not real, so don't forget you've got that. So it's not psychotic.
No,
I know it's not. But I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm really enjoying this whole power fantasy like a lot. And I told Josh about it, and he was like, "Dude, same." Like, I was literally like fucking pulling people's heads off, and I was just like,
Can you mod that game though? You can get like superpowers and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's Gorn and there's another one like sorcery or something.
Yeah, sorcerer, I think.
Sorcery.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that. People are just literally just picking them up by their face and just launching them 50 miles away, like.
Hey, Parry-Turner.
Oh, Harry, don't.
Have you ever done something?
Please stop.
Have you ever done something by accident that turned out to benefit you?
I really like these questions.
You wrote that. It's very specific.
So
good.
Where I went to university, because I had an offer for both Cardiff and Swansea, and I basically flipped a coin.
You literally flipped the coin. Were you?
Yeah.
Between Cardiff and
Swansea.
Swansea.
You feel that when you flicked the coin, you decided in your head?
I'd already decided in my head, yeah.
Okay.
But the kind of the coin flip.
And
but it's always great to tell people that one.
And
but
what
like
did you bet on?
Swansea.
Yeah, no, what like on the coin?
Oh, I landed on Swansea as well.
No, I mean, like, did you bet heads or tails? What was heads? What was?
Oh, like heads was Cardiff, tails was Swansea.
Fucking irrelevant question.
I got so confused there. Purely accidental though. That's massively benefited me.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I know for a fact in my head there's stuff that's definitely happened accidentally that have benefited me. But when you ask me to like remember and like shit,
I couldn't think of any for like myself either.
I'm gonna go with today. I was basically out driving and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I wouldn't really say no, that's not an accident because I planned to do that. So no, that doesn't count.
Running someone over.
Do that, I probably was gonna die.
Running someone down.
No,
I planned it. I planned it.
Oh, what would be?
Have you got one? Because this is a difficult question.
Like, I was gonna say something like food. Ah, shit! I didn't mean to put that spice in. Oh, actually, that turned out even better.
That's a good one, Dave.
Yeah, it's sure. Yeah, fair. I mean, okay.
I think David wins that one.
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can drop that one.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
That's to a T, isn't it? That's to a T.
It's like literally the best answer you could probably give to it, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep, that is what happened. Yep.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't know what to say to
that. Silver lining. Hey, Dave. Always a silver lining. Always look on the bright side of life.
I like how you ruined us all there, Dave.
We're in the final stretch now, Turner.
Okay.
You sound like you're fucking sure.
It is, mate. It fucking is. I'm shattered. If you didn't have the job you have now, what would you be?
didn't have the job I have now.
What would you be? A builder.
Realistically, I don't know.
Interesting.
Like, my skill sets are so specific to what I do. If the career disappeared, I wouldn't have really a relevant skill set for anything.
No, not disappeared. I wouldn't. I don't mean as it like literally ripped out from under your feet. I mean, like, if almost a sense if you took a different path, then
Oh,
it wasn't for coding. Oh yeah,
because that's what I was originally going for.
Oh yeah.
Because if you look at my academics, Rhys, it confuses a lot of people, and it used to get a lot of questions on my interviews. Because if you look at what I did geography, history, law at A level.
Yeah.
Because eventually I was going to go into law.
Well,
and law was my best subject at A level.
Like a high court sort of situation, or like.
I was originally looking to go into criminal court. I wanted to be a defense lawyer.
Wow.
Did you change your mind at some point, or was it that coding was always there, and at some point you were like, might be the better idea?
So I had a discussion with someone that kind of changed my mind on it, and someone asked me the simple question: how would you feel getting off a murderer?
Oh, fucking hell. That would weigh heavy on your conscience, wouldn't it?
Is that literally all it took to change you?
Well, I don't want to get a killer off.
I felt you didn't think about studying law before you studied law.
No, I never considered it.
I've seen an episode of Law and Order, and I wanted to be a lawyer.
No, it was I like the idea of defending someone who was innocent.
Yeah.
So the idea of defending someone who's guilty never crossed my mind, because I romanticized it in my mind. Do you know what I mean? When you kind of tunnel on an idea,
so you would have been then. You would have been like a private lawyer.
Yeah, or because the public sector defense lawyers.
You get chosen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't choose the case; they choose you.
But then.
Yeah, you can choose to be a defense lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But like, if you could choose the people you want to defend, you could make the choice to defend the innocent person. I'm saying. Otherwise, you get picked to defend.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone has a right to one, don't they?
Yeah.
So
there was that, and then I remember going to the careers officer about it, and they asked me, what do I like? And I remember, funnily enough, it started off because we were discussing the old Spider-Man 2 game from PS2.
Oh, wow. Ah, what a game.
So they were like, why don't you go into video game development at University of South Wales? And I then sat down with my mother, and she was like, don't be so fucking stupid.
Wow.
She was like, what can you take from that? Because we didn't know at the time. Because no one had ever in the family done anything very techy.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for the raid, even though it was just you. But that's still, thanks for the raid, man. I'll catch you again.
So I took that advice back to the thing, and they were like, do computer science.
Yeah.
And the rest was history. It was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I would actually say probably the more Insomniac version they've recently released is good. Oh, it's better. But the one at the time
is king, but Spider-Man 2 is second.
Yes. At its time as well.
Oh, right. It was you and one viewer. Right. Sorry. Yes. Well, thank you again.
Did you ever play Web of Shadows?
It was all right. It was very ambitious for what it was trying to do. I
remember that being good. Yeah, I thought it was third. Web of Shadows is third.
Was Web of Shadows the one where you could
was
pick
that on
the good
PS3?
Or bad part? It was on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Is it the one you could do what?
Was that the one where you could pick a good or bad path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I played that one.
No, because there was 3 of them. Because there was that Web of Shadows, wasn't there a Dimensions one? Where you're fighting a evil Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Who plays the 4 Spider-Mans. I think they made 2 of those. There was Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Not the film one, the comic book one.
Yeah.
There was Ultimate Spider-Man, which was good.
Oh, yeah. Ultimate Spider-Man, not Amazing Spider-Man. That's it. That was good.
Yeah, because it was based off the Ultimate Universe, so you didn't really know much about it. And the cell shade they went for the graphics was just on point.
I like the Ultimate Universe. I really like that one.
It is good.
I think the Amazing Universe is it's a bit overused now. I mean, it's the most popular one, isn't it? 'Cause that's the one they went with. Sam Raimi's was Amazing Spider-Man. Well, wasn't it? From Maguire.
The one with Andrew Garfield there, mate.
No, I know.
Because
Andrew
Sam Raimi
Garfield
made his own iteration of the character.
Yeah, I think it was based more off of the Amazing Spider-Man comics, though.
He literally just took the character. None of his stories were based on any of the comics.
Really?
Yeah. How the Green Goblin and Doc Ock work, like a lot of newer iterations of Doc Ock take Sam Raimi's one as source now, because everyone likes the relationship between Doc Ock and Spider-Man. Which you can see, for example, in the Insomniac version.
Yeah.
But that happened because of Sam Raimi's version. Which, if the new film has all 3 of them in, I just want a conversation over the web shooters. They need the conversation over the web shooters. 2 of them prepping up, and it's just like, what are you doing? Don't you just shoot white shit out of you?
Yeah, you could have Aw, no.
I was talking to Turn about this the other week, Rhys, but I am nervous for that film.
Why?
Because now they've tickled the fucking taint of every fan in the world.
There's a hint. There's a trailer coming out at the end of October that'll have all 3 Spider-Men in it.
You haven't seen the teaser, have you, Harry?
Yes.
You have. Oh, right.
It was literally everywhere, and I couldn't
You have.
avoid it.
No, you couldn't. So they think the scene where Peter Parker's on the bridge in the suit. They think that's a deep fake. There's a theory that's a deep fake, and that's actually Tobey Maguire, not Tom Holland.
I highly doubt that.
No, because they look at this. It's a theory because if you look at the suit that Tom Holland's wearing, it's identical to one that Tobey Maguire wears in the second Spider-Man film.
They just wouldn't include that shot in the trailer. It makes no sense to spend all the time and money.
But that's why they think it's a deep fake. It's a fake.
But
they did it for Infinity War.
They did.
With
they
Hulk.
put the Hulk in a lot of scenes.
Hulk wasn't even in Infinity. Well, he was at the very beginning, but that scene that everyone knows in Wakanda, that scene wasn't even in it. It was a completely separate shot, just for the trailer. So it's possible.
It is worrying, but it's like Harry and now Dave said, you guys are seeing yourself, but just imagine, put yourself as a Sony executive, and you haven't got the 3 Spider-Men in the film. How would you be feeling?
You might as well shoot yourself in your.
I'd be gone. I would have had it in my. I would have resigned.
What they need to do now is not put another fucking trailer out.
They're doing one more.
They're gonna, yeah. They're gonna, yeah, because it's out December 17th. Yes. Yeah, I think there'd be. I think there'd be 2 more trailers. They usually do one then a few weeks before the release of the film. It's usually a 3 trailer rule. But
no, they're only gonna do the 2, I think.
It's 2 because they've left it way too late to do 3.
When
it's 3, they usually do like fucking 9 months before.
Yeah, this is the thing. They've left Spider-Man really late, but I know it's because
they've got too many things in the pipeline.
They had Shang-Chi as well, and they had Eternals coming up.
Yeah, Eternals, which I'm not really bothered about.
Oh, I am. I'm excited for Eternals.
The Eternals storylines has always been a weird one in the comics.
I've never really liked it. I like the cosmic scale of comics.
I like the cosmic, but a lot of their shit is just so back and forth. Like in the comics, they can't do it in the film, so it's safe to say this. Actually, no, I'm not going to say this because they could use this as their excuse of why they didn't get involved with Thanos. So I'm not going to say it actually.
Well, in the trailer, I had to watch it because I was watching.
They explain
Shang-Chi.
why, don't they?
They mention why they weren't.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they say.
They were told by one of the Celestials not to get involved, but it's kind of like the Watcher in the sense where you can only. Yeah.
Oh no, the Celestials get involved all the fucking time. They're
yeah,
a bunch
I know,
of bastards.
but not in this. In this, the trailer basically says to them you can't get involved.
Why?
I know. That's what we're gonna find out.
That's what I mean. I think there in the comics. There's a reason why they avoid Thanos.
Yes.
And it's the only way I could see them getting out of it in the films.
He's more powerful in the comics. May I just add? Thanos is way more powerful in the comics. I would say in the films.
Bullshit reason, probably.
Hmm?
Also, have you seen Shang-Chi?
No, I really need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see it. I need to see it.
I can't make my mind up on it.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah, it's had like.
It's the highest rated Marvel film at the moment.
Yeah, that's all I've seen is people raving about it.
It's not. What I've seen is people think it's okay.
Would you say right? What would you compare it to of all the Marvel films that's come out so far? Like, would you say it's on par with? On par with like. Plenty to choose from.
Would you say Thor is better than Thor 2?
No.
Yes. You think Thor 2 is better than 4?
I'd say they're just as good as each other.
Oh, you're so fucking Switzerland.
Thor 2 is utter wank.
Okay, it's not. It's really not.
I thought Thor 1 is really fucking boring. Shang-Chi isn't boring, but number one, it doesn't feel like a Marvel film. So much so that when it does mention Marvel things, it feels so crowbarred in. Like, the Wong, this isn't a spoiler.
No, I was in the trailer. Wong and Abomination.
Abomination fight is a cameo. It's in it for 10 seconds, and you're like, okay. And then there's another character that they crowbar in, which kind of makes sense why they're there, but they serve no purpose in the story.
Yeah, but not everything needs to be for it to be Marvel. If you're on about that, I can imagine that character was there for comedic effect.
100%.
Then that's Marvel.
Dave, I enjoyed it as well. I thought it introduced one of the reality. It introduced the reality stone or reality gem, whichever you want to say. Sir Anthony Hopkins as Odin is always just a pleasure to watch. Tom Hiddleston's character had more character development in this one as well. Loki, he had more character development. I thought was really good.
I thought the last half of Thor 2 was really good. The last half hour was really good, and everything before that was like the moment his mum gets killed onwards, I was like, holy shit, this is really good. But everything before that, I was like, this is
spoiler alert.
It's been 10 years since Thor 2 has come out now. I mean,
you never know.
Shang-Chi feels like a Marvel film mixed with another film.
Well, this is just them trying to reinvent the formula, because don't forget, they can't do another 10 years of the same style of films. It just won't work.
Well, I know the actor who, I don't know his name, the actor who plays Shang-Chi, he pushed for this film to happen. He really wanted to play the character.
He's okay.
He tweeted Marvel like
2014.
Yeah, I think it was 2014. He said something like, "Oh, how about an Asian, hero then, Marvel?"
Let's talk about Shang-Chi, Marvel.
Let's talk about Shang-Chi. Yeah.
2019. I was like, "Oh, here we go."
Yeah. That was it. Retweeted it like.
But yeah.
He really wanted to do it.
But
for what it was, though, for what it is, not for what it compares to a Marvel film, then for what it is it a really good film? Action scenes, character development, all that.
In that sense, probably not.
Really?
You're the only person I've heard who hasn't liked the film.
Yeah, you're literally the only one.
You are the only one, Aaron.
He is a picky fucker. He is so picky with his films and games.
I am. I am. It's... You can tell that they really tried hard. But there are some things which really don't land. Like, the script is not good.
I've noticed, though, this is Marvel to a T. When they do origin films for heroes, they never land. I think the only handful they ever did well was Captain America and Iron Man.
Yeah.
Hey.
And
like, Thor wasn't great to start with. Captain Marvel was just
meh.
Captain
Mixed
Marvel.
reviews.
Yeah, Ant-Man was all right. Wasn't great, wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Right? Doctor Strange was another good one, origin, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
that
definitely.
means 3 out of how many? And if you notice the commonality, they're very extreme personalities. Like Iron Man and
not
Doctor
even
Strange
not even Black Widow's had like
a good one.
No, that's been sort of subpar as well. I've not seen it. I would still like to see it.
The martial arts action scenes are awesome.
I was gonna say, because this film,
No, Dave
Guardians.
is actually right.
Okay, yeah, Guardians. Yeah.
Yeah, the martial arts fight scenes feel like they were directed by.
Yeah, this is an Asian film. They're Asian directors, Asian choreograph. You know, it's like a full Asian cast and crew practically.
You say that, but then they do like.
Oh, Black Panther was also good.
They do weird. The CGI fight, the whole last part is so kind of weird.
Rushed?
Long, if anything.
Mm.
And it's a big CGI battle, and it feels...
Isn't that literally every single Marvel final scene? You know, Guardians 2,
Yeah.
they took on a fucking planet.
Yeah, Avengers Age of Ultron, Infinity War, Endgame.
I don't know.
You haven't really made much of a case for the CGI one there.
Okay. To me, it feels like 2 separate films. It feels like a really good martial arts film in the style of Marvel, which I feel is the way they should have gone down. And then the other film is that they try to introduce this... I don't know how to explain without spoiling anything, but like...
Well, it's the Mandarin, isn't it? It's all to do with the 10 rings, the Mandarin. The real one, though.
It is nothing to do with the Mandarin. They completely disregard that in one line.
Ah.
Yeah. So if you were looking forward to that, it ain't there.
I thought his father was supposed to be the Mandarin.
No. I think he goes, oh, there was a guy pretending to be me. Or no, pretending to have the rings and called himself after an orange. Ha ha ha. And I was like, right, so that's how you've explained it.
Oh, that's...
And I was like, okay.
That kind of hurts.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, okay.
That actually does kind of hurt. That stings a little.
That storyline out, and then they do something else, and I'm like, oh, why? They, like I said, they bring in a character as like a fucking fan service, and they're just there for the rest of the film, and from then onwards it gets weird, and they start introducing weird things. But before, the first half is good, and then the second half gets strange.
Right.
It would have been a really good...
You're going to have to get used to that, though, because this is where Marvel is going.
Yeah.
This was the thing, right? And I think this is where they've nailed it.
Endgame was an end of an era.
The Infinity Saga was a very grounded story.
Yes.
You're about to go into the multiverse.
Yes.
And things are going to feel really odd. And they've got to nail that oddity in their films.
Yes.
They didn't in this. Like I said, the first half is really grounded. Like it's all martial arts kind of fighting.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is going to be. It's going to be off the walls.
I know, but it's a weird film to do it in, I thought.
Because
not really, because the character is evolved with that quite heavily in the comics. It makes sense for him to be involved.
Yeah, I see what Harry means, because it is an Earth-based film.
The guy doesn't have any powers. He's literally just punching people.
Yeah, he's basically Batman trained in the League of Shadows.
And then it jumps to like this massive CGI thing at the end. Which I
think it'll make sense.
Yeah.
He's not even a part of, because he doesn't have powers. So he can't be doing CGI shit.
I think the only thing is we can't really be picking on CGI because
CGI was good. It just felt watch it, see what you think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but I was like, there's something
Missing
about this.
Okay.
And I don't know. It felt a bit dirty.
I'll wait to see Corridor's crew's reaction to that. Then it probably will. Yeah.
We've got like 5 questions left, so we will blast through. See if we can end at midnight.
Okay.
This is Reese's question. Do you think men and women can ever be just friends?
Yeah.
That was what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people tend to not think so.
Why not?
I don't know. I think it's that
Yeah, fucking creepy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I've heard some people say, like, you know, there is some people get like a bit suspicious of like their partners hanging out with like the opposite sex because
that's their problem.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, I think that's where this question sort of stems from. Like, I have no problem. I have girl friends. You know, yeah,
those are people who are just littered with insecurities.
Yeah.
And they take it out on other people.
Yeah.
How's your day been, Turner?
Okay.
Tell us something that made you smile today.
Before the stream.
So I had a meeting with my head of department, wishing me good luck for my move to my new job, and giving me the option that if everything goes tits up at the new role, that I can come back to credit save.
Oh.
It's very nice of him.
Yeah.
That would make me smile.
It's just nice to know that I'm that one. Yeah.
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 And aside from the obvious, but why did you decide to join us tonight, Turner? And don't say because you asked me.
I didn't ask. You asked me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Don't say that you're here because I asked you.
I think it's just a cool concept.
Yeah?
And I wanted to participate in it.
Mm.
Easy question, easy answer.
Cool.
Right. Here we are, Turner.
This is the last one.
3.5 hours.
You look so shattered.
I am shattered.
What time did you wake up?
Like a normal time, like 7.
Weak.
What do you mean weak? What time did you get up, James?
6.
Fucking hell. I don't understand. I'm a parent, and I don't get up that early.
You don't have much of a routine, though, Rhys.
I think I do.
Do you?
Yeah. Savage.
The thing is, Isla sleeps in late. When she goes to sleep, she does sleep for like a solid
ages.
Yeah, it's like ages. She doesn't get up until 8:30, 9 o'clock most mornings.
Is that sleeping in for a baby?
Yes, normal to her.
Turner, we've come to the finish line. So there's 2 more things I gotta ask you. Can I have a lolly? Fuck off.
Oh, you can have a lolly.
So,
I feel sorry for you, Dave.
have you got any final words? Anything you'd like to say? And the other thing is, what is your favorite joke?
/ best joke.
I'll give you a bit to have a little ponder.
I think I am the joke.
No, see, again, I knew you would fucking say that. I knew you would say that. Stop it.
This is my humor, man.
And
now I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
like a dad joke. Just think of a one-liner. Anything. I have a plethora of dad jokes. locked away in my head.
Decision, you are a dad.
I had these jokes before I was a dad, Turner.
Have any final words then, Turner?
I get the feeling I'm trying to rush this here.
Any
final words? I think my brain shut off.
Okay, you're about to get hanged. What do you scream to the world?
I need
Get on out.
GG, boys.
GG.
GG, boy.
Easy.
See you next round. We'll get them next time.
I was only rushing you because I wanted to. My OCD was saying that we had to finish bang on midnight. And look at that, badoom.
Careful.
Well, look at that, Turner. 3.5 hours. Don't they just fly by?
No, it's not 3.5.
3 hours, 25 minutes, and 39 seconds.
It's not nice when someone else is pedantic, is it?
Nope. Oh, don't know about you, but this has been fun, and I am tired.
You did delete a question, actually. I want to ask halfway through. This was have you enjoyed yourself this evening, James?
Yeah. I feel like I stressed you out of it, Rhys, turning up a little bit later.
It's fine. It's fine.
No matter how late Turner will be, we'll never be on time.
I don't mind. I sometimes, even though it didn't seem like it, enjoy working under pressure.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No, I enjoy it afterwards because it's like, it just trains me for the next time.
I felt very sorry for the cat.
Don't. Don't feel sorry for the cat. He fucking gone. He would honestly. He's a persistent, stubborn little shit. He kept.
Cat.
I'd put him down, immediately jump back up, and again, and jump back up, and down, and again. Right, no, get the fucking hint. Stay down. You're not allowed up on this desk. You get fur everywhere. Very good. In that chat, which is pissing me. Yeah, it gets increasingly longer as the time goes on. So at the start of the stream, I checked, and it was about 4 seconds. But now it's quite a big delay.
But yes.
Oh, it is. Like, I just realized it's like 15 seconds from when I just turned my head.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Turner, for joining us. This has been lovely.
Yes.
As always.
Thank you for having me.
No problemo.
Next week, if everything goes well, we will have my friend Robert on.
Yep, someone I've not met yet.
Rhys has never met.
So it will be interesting. I imagine you're going to get me to write almost all of the questions for that one.
I'll write the ones personal to him.
Okay.
Because there's like stuff I know about him.
Okay.
Should be fun to ask.
All right.
You just want to treasure the dirt.
And yeah, you can find out whatever you want about another human being, which I think is kind of a fun gift.
Yeah, I'm excited for that in that perspective. Yeah.
But for context, he was the one who asked if you like having your shaft and balls rubbed at the same time.
I'm gonna make sure I get a question.
Yeah, so have a crack at him, Turner. So,
his anus is getting involved in this.
Oh, jeez.
Excellent.
That's what she said.
Do you know once he messaged me on Snap, he said, "This is to give you an idea of who he is as a person." He said, "Guess what?" And I said, "What?" He goes, "Did you know that they're doing a live action movie of Pinky and the Brain?"
Oh.
And I went, "What? Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah, there's a poster." And he goes, "I'll send it to you now." And he sent me a picture of his testicle.
Wow.
Instead of missing the brain.
Exactly.
So that'll be a question for next week.
Exactly. He will show us testicles on demand.
Oh no.
That sounds like a service.
I will get
great service.
I will get shut down. My channel will get deleted.
He will. He might get a nut out.
You've seen the Pain Olympics. You know what to do if he does.
Right. I'm done for this evening.
Yes. Thanks everyone who's still watching. I hope to see you all in the next episode of Big Talk. And yeah, please like and share.
All right.
If you enjoyed. I certainly did.
Thank you very much, Turner.
Thank you for having me.
I
And
will...
I was just going to say have a good night.
Okay. Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Ta-ta.